Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Wrestling for Life Network. Welcome to another live stream watch party, watch along, call it what you will. It's never any better than here at the Wrestling for Life Network. It's going to be a fun one tonight, folks. We got WWE RAW. Lots to talk about, lots to get into. Blow up that chat. Be a part of the show, be a part of the family, and make sure you strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good, and let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We are the channel that watches more live wrestling than anybody else out there, cutting through the IWC BS and bringing you the WFU every single day, people. Make sure you get in that chat. Say hello. Hope everyone out there is happy, healthy, and safe. You had a wonderful weekend. You're ready to go, as me and that guy next to me will have you for a couple hours tonight and a whole lot of days in the next 2.5 months. It's insane what we're about to run through. So we took our deep breaths. We're ready to go. And if you don't know who we are, I'm Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube, and that is Big Nick.
And I'll let you take a deep breath. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings you its tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight KJ White. I am Big Nick. And we've got a pretty stacked Monday Night Raw here. Brock Lesnar is here. We've got an IC title match. Roman and Punk will be there. The Usos versus the Vision. Pretty solid Monday night.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, I'm looking forward to this one, Nick. I think there's a lot to talk about when you announce that Brock Lesnar is going to open the show and CM Punk's going to end the show. We're pretty good. We know at least it's going to start and end pretty well, most likely. Yeah. So lots of Wrestlemania build, a couple title matches, a couple other kind of side story, middle cardy things going on. But it should be fun. And again, we're amping up. I think the build's been okay. I'm feeling good right now. And I think there's a lot to be excited about as wrestling fans.
Well, and especially with Brock Lesnar kicking off the show, do we see another Oba moment? What'll that look like? Is Heyman just going to be the voice for Lesnar now?
Maybe. Most likely. Why I would imagine we've seen it that way. Brock tends to just want to kind of hang out and smile. But I mean, if we do get a confrontation, I imagine this is probably a moment where Brock gets a little bit of a lick back on old Oba out there.
Does he ever get one truly on him, or do they get like in a scuffle and get pulled apart?
Maybe. I mean, do you have a moment where like Paul and Brock come out with a whole bunch of security and him and Oba comes out, but there's like they got to beat through 40, measly security guards to get to each other? Yeah, I could see it.
Well, because it's interesting if we've still got just under a month before we get to WrestleMania, but Brock's got his limited dates, and we already know, I guess, if anyone has the Photoshop of it, of, his schedule, that
right.
Maybe with Brock being here now is when you would do something like that, when normally you do that a couple weeks closer to WrestleMania.
For sure. I mean, it would all depend on, like you said, where, when is Brock in, when is Brock out? What does it look like? So, yeah, in time. Maybe tonight is just a little more, again, trying to create a little more buzz for this, build up to it. Obviously, Brock coming in, Oba just getting there. Other than the fact that it's a battle of the monsters, you're selling it on that alone. So we'll see if we can generate a little heat for this one.
Fair enough. Now, we had the Roman and Punk confrontation too last week. How did you feel of it ending on "you're old"? Is that going to be the big nail in the coffin from Roman?
That can't be. And I think even if it was planned, like, they decided to say you are old, and that was supposed to be the big thing that upset Punk. I still think you have that. We have a few weeks to go, and there's a couple bullets still in the chamber. That's the good news. You're old didn't really they almost should have flipped it. He called him old and then told him, made the joke about AJ. Then he punched him on the AJ, not the old part, because it seems a little vain, if you ask me.
Well, we should have done something about Larry. That was allegedly, there was supposed to be some Larry
still in the chamber.
Fair, right?
But you still have it.
if you swing at being called old, then you got to go for blood after if he mentions Larry. Now, it does show that Roman got into CM Punk's mind. They're playing mind games, but
Right.
I don't like you're old when it's like he's like 6 years older than you, bro.
He said he was going to bury you next to your father. I mean, your old doesn't quite snap the same way, my guy.
Really, not at all. Not exactly a stiff comeback.
No, not at all. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's building. We'll see where it goes. At some point, we imagine there's going to be some, actual, big kind of physicality between these two. We still got weeks in this build. So, yeah, I mean, we got time. But they're amping up. They're both supposed to be in the same building tonight. So that will be a big part of today's show.
Right. Well, did you see the news that NXT is begone from Peacock? It is now just gone strictly YouTube. You've got now all the back catalogs, everything on YouTube.
Yeah, great for wrestling fans, bad for Peacock. We knew this was long-standing. Peacock's about to go to the way of the dodo bird, and unfortunately for them, yeah, this whole catalog, everything they're doing, they're trying to pull it in-house, pull it closer to them, at least to control it in one environment or another, instead of the just having it everywhere. So we knew Peacock was on the way out. It's official. Finally.
The bird's been cooked. Isn't interesting that everything pulling into YouTube, like we had the Vault channel for a while, we've had the WCW channel recently. That it's almost becoming its own version-ish of the network, because they'll show your NXTs, they'll show that for free on there on YouTube. And now WWE just gets the ad revenue straight from YouTube.
That's it. That's the clincher for a lot of it is, we see Stand and Deliver is going to be there. AAA's been doing shows there, will continue to do so. It's the monetization of it all in such a direct way, right? Like, you don't have to play around, you don't have to wait for anything. The analytics are right there built in, and they can just collect as they go. That ad revenue is huge, so it's great for them, and it's good for wrestling fans. For all the talk about ticket prices and all the talk about whether creative's killing it or not, at the end of the day, it's another kind of outlet for wrestling fans to dive into, and it's good shit.
Well, because they got to get that money from the $10,000 Cody Rhodes Las Vegas Wrestlemania tour. Have you seen this going around?
Do tell.
So there's a VIP package that you can get with buying tickets, or I believe to WrestleMania. You can get a Cody Rhodes bus experience, to where you go on the bus with Cody, and he kind of gives you a tour around Vegas while it's either the day that he's not wrestling, so whether it's night 1 or night 2, but you're on the bus with him, and he's giving you a tour for $10,000.
That's insane. Now, the thing is, somebody's going to pay it and do it. Several people are going to do it.
We'll all party bus as a channel. All 52 of us right now, we'll all just pool our money together, and we'll just be all on the bus with Cody.
Let's go. That's what I mean. Man, if you want to be up close and personal with the wrestlers, now you can do it at a highest level. Like, you really can, have all access to a lot of these wrestlers in a lot of ways. So it costs you money, but for all the fans out there about, like, they've priced themselves out, then they come up with this idea, and people are like, oh my God. And people will do it.
Yeah, but you've seen the ticket sales for WrestleMania. Everything's got a deal now. We have a 316 deal. We got 20% off this day. We got
they would have done the 316 deal regardless. Like, 316 is a thing that every year there's some type of discount or something.
Yeah, but that's not the only one. That's not the only one.
Yeah, at the end of the day, what I've said about the ticket sales is they do seem to be concerned. I do think that's why we've seen some bigger, kind of more mainstream names pop up in recent weeks, like the Bellas, like the Lesnars. And I think ultimately, that, we'll see where this ends up. I think they're going to end up doing the numbers they want to do. They seem like they're climbing pretty consistently.
It's still going to be a huge number. Like, let's be honest, it's still going to be a huge number. It's, again, they're competing against themselves at this point. WrestleMania was so big. WrestleMania 40 was so big, so 41 was always going to be dampened in that light. Now it's how do they get back on 42, 43 over in Saudi. You've got to already start, I think, planning for that, because that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully the world's in a better place for that particular show.
Yeah,
But
that might not happen, but yeah.
right, we'll have to wait and see on that, Nick. But yeah, I mean, they have an opportunity. We knew going back to Vegas was going to cause some issues. You're trying to ask the same town to come up with the same money or more money than they did the previous year. It's tough. It's a tough sell, but it's a high tourist town. They'll do what they got to do to have some celebrity in the middle of the ring on night one and night two announcing some huge grandiose number and the biggest gates ever. So we'll see. Time will tell.
Yeah, but let us not forget, wasn't this supposed to be New Orleans?
It was. It very much was. But they're getting, what are they getting now? Were they getting Money in the Bank? Is that where they?
Something like that. They're getting that or a Rumble or maybe a SummerSlam.
Yeah, what they trade off, but future consideration for their
draft considerations. They traded draft considerations.
Absolutely. As we come up to just over 15 minutes to go, folks, we'll take a moment to shout out the top three from Friday. Were we here Friday? Yes. Spaz, Roland, and Nightmare Queen. Two of the three names are new on the top 10 or top three. So shout out to all three, Roland, Nightmare. We got to get in there. We got to fight with Spaz. We got to scrap them. See who can knock Spaz out of number one and keep battling, folks. That is your points. The more you chat, the more points you get. Super chat, super stickers get you more points. So make sure you get in that chat and click all the buttons. Beyond that, I guess we'll say hello to the people. Anything else big popping off before we get to the chat?
Let me look real quick. Oh, well, because Tony Storm, according to Dave Meltzer, good old tuna, Dave Meltzer, most reliable source, tells everything that's obvious. Tony Storm's out for a long time, but not because of injury. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, okay. So thank you for telling us what we already know and we could figure out without paying a subscription. Dave's a weird dude. We've talked about Dave a lot here on the channel. We've criticized Dave a lot. But I mean, I saw a clip today with Dave that if you sat and listened to him and didn't know who was saying it, you would think he was describing him. Like the exact people. Oh, there's people out there that just hate watch and people are dying for AEW to do bad. Not that Dave's looking for that, but it's all that projecting. He's dying for the other company to do bad. Like this overselling, living on the internet. These people that live on the dude, you spend days arguing with nobodies. It's the weirdest thing about that cult of people led by Dave and others that just, if you sat and listened to them describe how they think the majority of the people are, it's them. It's them. It is absolutely them.
It's the vocal minority. It's again, Twitter isn't real. MJF even still said it. It's all of 5% of wrestling fans.
Yeah, it's insanity. And like I said, it's just so weird. Like, Dave, all your shit's on like, you record all your stuff, bro. Just go back and listen to your old shit. You sound exactly like the people you're describing. Like the hate mongering and the living on the internet, and they take it so seriously. Come on, bro. Doesn't that sound familiar? Don't that feel familiar, sir? What are we talking about? What are we doing, Nick?
Well, we were talking to the chat of people who are familiar, or at least going to get familiar with us.
Right. National Chip and Dip Day. Big fan of chip and dip. So let's go. When I dip, you dip, we dip.
I thought you were about to say Chip and Dale. I was going to rescue Rangers. Chip and Dale.
That's automatic. Well, thank you, Zach. National Chip and Dip Day. That's pretty cool. Eric in the chat. What's up, buddies? SmackDown last year before her squash Cena. I guess I should have went back. Brock go wild, likely. Yeah, okay. So talking about the Brock situation where, again, does Brock get his revenge tonight? Does he get a little bit of a lick back?
He might get some, like I said. It depends on how many dates are. Yeah, I still think he gets his true lick back when we get closer to WrestleMania. We're still a couple weeks away, so you can have them kind of clash a little bit. I think it's too fresh after Oba's moment to have it go right back to Brock.
Yeah, true. Absolutely. You let it hang for a moment. Fair enough. Yeah. But thank you, Eric. Welcome back. Ken, folks, if you don't know, we do roll call for every single show. We click on more chat messages than anybody else out there. So make sure you get in the chat, even if it's just a number, a letter, emoji, whatever. Don't be quiet. Don't be shy. We talk to as many people as we can. Ken's back with us. Let's go. Ken, we got a bunch from you. Larry, good to see you. Welcome, 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 welcome.
I
Kevin.
I know we're rattling off names, and well, two things real quick. Of shout out Eric for mentioning Shaka Khan, because all I can think of is Ace Ventura with Shaka Khan. But also with Ken was bringing up about Randy Orton being on the phone. I heard a theory that's
All
kind of
right.
been going around that I want to run by you and run by the chat. If
Let's
it's
go.
just the voices, Randy's just talking to himself. He's all
Randy's
Tyler
talking
Durden.
to
There's no one else on the other line. It's the voices talking back. He's gone full Bray Wyatt-y.
I mean, I think there's an avenue where you could do more vignettes, and as we move on, maybe he's in a bedroom and he's just rambling, and then you realize there's nobody in the room. You take the phone out of the equation. It's kind of, it feels like he's talking to someone, but we're not sure. Not terrible in the realm of wrestling. It's not terrible.
Well, I mean, he wants to apologize right after he just destroyed this man. So if you have it cut, like, don't go full Hogan talking to Warrior in the mirror type thing. But if it's, Randy, and you cut it constantly back and forth to where it looks like Randy's talking to somebody and he's just talking to nobody.
Yeah, it's very possible. Now, I'm holding out hope that it's good old KO. That's my vote. If I can get a vote on this one, that is what I would love to see. I'd rather, again, KO kind of validates everything Randy's feeling right now. So I think that'd be a nice little feel to it. Plus, it'd be great that KO's now at a point where he's back. So that's my fantasy hope. Who knows?
Well, that's the bigger thing is I just want to see KO back. I don't care if he's the one that Randy's talking to. I don't care if he just walks out one night.
Yeah, no, not at all. I mean, when it comes to the, neck fusion, you hope he's okay. You hope he feels good. You hope he's able to get back. As a big fan of KO, you want him to get into that mix again. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, that's not a bad theory, though. In the realm of wrestling, it wouldn't be the first man walking around talking to himself. It does play to the voices. But how many voices are there, Nick?
6. If Bray Wyatt's taught us anything, there are 6 voices. The Wyatt 6.
There you go. Paul, welcome back. Good to see you. Christian Power with a bit of a long one about baseball and such. Thank you, sir. Ronan, got you. OG Dale in the house. How you doing? Corey, Mike, welcome. Paul, Clay Lewis, let's go. John Perillo's with us.
Did you see that Dean Malenko's daughter signed with WWE?
Yes.
And I think they've signed like Nikki Blackheart and a couple other independent women's wrestlers recently.
Yeah, they've skipped a couple. Nikki Blackheart's been very public about it. Megan Walker's another one that's getting a lot of press. I think she's been signed for a while, but stay tuned. If you haven't heard that name before, folks, I mean, until they change it, you're going to hear this name again. She's a future star, #scouting. But I think that I also think Ali Catch is actually taking on the ID champion. So that's interesting for her. That's a nice spotlight for her coming off of a broken leg. So, hey, good times. 316. Brock Lesnar is starting to show we must see an F5 to Oba. Could happen. It could happen. Welcome, Balkaner?
The Balkaner. Sounds very, Captain Jack Sparrow. The Balkaner. We must see the Balkaner.
Right. But
I don't think you're doing F5 because that would take everything that you just did with Oba kind of away from it. They're too similar, and Brock's always going to outweigh Oba right now.
Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, I do think if, Oba got his lick in, kind of caught Brock by surprise, Brock kind of gets rolling on him, and then I think it's an opportunity to kind of build that heat between them. You build some heat on Brock, build some, animosity.
Well, do you, like Jose says, do you FA, F5? That was still one of the Heyman's best lines of FA, FO, FA, F5. But
yeah, no, super crazy good. I mean, he's a talker, and that's one of the best ones. So that one's going to go down as a great, as a memorable callback.
Yeah, super crazy good. I think I watched him wrestle a time or two in ECW and AAA. Lindsay, what up? Mega, Kenny, what up? Can you were my guaranteed source. Who's what now? I'm trust me, I know source. I'm opinions only. The mystery person Randy is talking to on the cell phone is probably Ric Flair. No, I hope not. Please don't make that a thing. I don't. Why? Isn't he still having a deal with AEW? Why would you bring Rick in all of that?
How would it even make sense to bring Rick into that? I don't think that Randy's going to be talking to Rick. It's got to be tied to Cody in some way, shape, or form.
The only way you bring in Rick is if it's because about chasing the number. John beat Rick, so now Randy wants.
Yeah, no,
that's a hard stretch, but that's the only way.
Yeah, I don't think that plays in 2026. I don't think that plays. It's not like Rick's in a place where he can kind of come in and impede it. Someone did throw out, what if it was like a Royce Keys out there where Randy, he has history with Cody, and that's how they bring Royce in. I mean, that's interesting.
You're acknowledge AW history of that's the only way you connect Royce and Cody together.
Cody, yeah. You'd have to tell the story of them being friends. Royce already told the story about what Cody did for him. So it kind of lies there, but it would be a kind of holy shit surprise.
Real quick, though, but did you see the whole thing going around like it was some surprise news story that WWE has people that watch AEW to see what they're doing to be competitive? I thought pretty much every wrestling company ever in the history of ever has pretty much done that with any sort of competition.
No fucking shit. It's the same people is that why AEW talent knows how to reference what's going on in WWE as well? Like they're all watching the wrestling. They got friends on the shows. The wrestlers don't hate each other. The fans do. So, I mean, at the end of the day, is it surprising? No, they want to know what's up with the competition. How would you not? And, you admitted they were competition. They're on the landscape. We know. Relax, people. It doesn't validate you the way you think it does. But at the end of the day, no shit. You're supposed to do your homework. They want to know what's going on in companies. They hire guys like Regal to do scouting. Shocker.
Yeah, well, it was former NXT wrestler Danny Burch and everything that sat there, and he was the insider that was saying that WWE hires full staffers just to watch AEW. That's their only job, is to watch AEW.
Well, again, this is where I call bullshit, because how many hours you're paying someone 40 hours a week to watch 3 hours of TV? I want that job. Well, 4 hours of TV.
5. Yeah, no, 5. No, it is 4. It is 4 because 4 is not 2. Yeah. I'm so used to the WWE programming. Well, then if you have to get a day, if you get the pay-per-view day, that's a double shift.
Yeah, you get a week in grace. How long does it take to write these reports? There's so much shit's happening. They're like, fuck, this takes forever. Yeah, do they have people that part of their job would be to watch the competition? For sure. It'd be stupid not to watch it. That's why, and again, if you need a sign that explains Ricky Saints, Blake Monroe, Royce, Penta, Phoenix, yeah, they're watching. And that's a big part of why they're watching. Who are they going to pluck?
Well, and it seems like Tony's been doing that with TNA, but I digress.
Do you think he's we'll get back to the chat in a second, as we still have about 5 minutes, so we're cutting it close. The theory out there that Tony's purposely throwing really good money at TNA talent and then purposely burying them when they get there as a flex?
You mean the inspiration? The inspiration?
The inspiration.
The Rascals allegedly. I don't know if the Rascals have been buried quite the same. Sorry.
How have the Rascals not been involved in the world title at all? How can you tell me you're doing all this shit with the Bucks? You brought the Rascals in. They're doing fuck and all.
They're just out there being little rascals out there in their little clubhouse. We're on the vitamins, but we can't fully say the vitamins because family friendly, right? Wait till we get a syringe in the main event. But the Rascals not in the tag division. Josh Alexander, the inspiration, Ace Austin's kind of fallen into that victim of that. That's the thing, is there is a good bit of numbers and a bit of names that all kind of add up there.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, I feel like this one, it happens once, twice. You're like, shit happens, whatever. They're just working things out. They fuck it up, whatever. But you start, like you said, you start building up this collection. You're like, all right, how many times is it shame on me before I give up? What is happening?
Right. Shut up, Big Ron. What up?
Says Rufus Duke.
What up? What up? Javon letting us know New Orleans is getting Money in the Bank later this year. And a future WrestleMania as a result of the city getting WrestleMania 42 taken away from them.
Yes.
We had Dwayne come out and do the whole pomp and circumstance, and they said, nah, you can have that. Not even what I'm mad at.
Right. 100%. Mr. Knee Pads in the building. The vocal minority needs knee pads. Facts. Thick knee pads. Like just stupid knee pads.
They might have knee pads, but for a different reason.
Like old school thick motherfuckers.
Catch can style.
Right. Bum, bum, bum. Roderick in the house. Lindsay's with us. Sorry, Nick. John's back with us. Roderick, we got you. Dale. Mega is always a pleasure. I think we said hello to Lindsay. How are you? How are you? I heard the mystery person on Randy's phone is Shane McMahon. I want Shane to come back to wrestling. Am I by myself? Is that an unpopular opinion, as the children would say?
As the children would say, with the hipping and the hopping and the bipping and bopping. No, hello, my fellow youths. No, I don't. There have been people that thought Shane McMahon was going to show up with AEW. He was hanging out with the Young Bucks and everything. I think people want Shane. Shane feels, to everybody, feels like the good McMahon. Not Linda, not Steph, certainly not Vince, and peripherally Paul. Shane feels like the one untouched by all of the controversies and everything.
Maybe in more way than one, but
I
just like Shane. I think he's fun. I think he'd get a huge pop. I would love to see a Shane versus Triple H angle, using the wrestlers as pawns. We know Triple H can't get in the ring, but I think Triple H can definitely have, a promo off with Shane McMahon about, you came in and humped my sister and took my company and it was supposed to be mine and this is bullshit and I hate her and I hate you and my dad sucks. And I'm all in for it. I think there's something that could do.
Yeah, it's been a whole 10 years since we've had a McMahon versus McMahon feud over authority on the company.
It's been too long.
They fight over Ari Emanuel on a pole.
They could. If anybody would do it.
Nick Khan, the special guest referee, the special enforcer.
There you go. I still think I always said Shane showing up in AEW would be excellent for everybody. Be good for us. It would be good for everybody because it's just so huge. Like, it's such big news if he would do it. And then do the same thing. Run the angle where he's like, this company sucks. I'm going to run it.
But still, that is a giant does your hang low moment of a McMahon shows up on All Elite Wrestling.
Yeah, for sure. If I was Tony, I'd be paying big fucking money to talk Shane into it. The problem is Shane's got a lot of fucking money.
Yeah, how do you talk someone that's got already a lot of money?
Right.
Would you like more money?
Yeah, and for some, yes, but it's hard to negotiate with a guy when you're like, we'll give you $20 million. He's like,
You mean what I spent yesterday?
Non-guaranteed sources. Do what Jose said. What Jose said. Acknowledge MTV. You guys are jokes. But we should be getting a show any minute now.
Netflix logo.
What's up, Corey? Oh, you said cross. Oh, wait. I haven't hit the button yet.
Oh.
Keep going.
I'm waiting now.
Why are you waiting?
No, I didn't. Wow. I wasn't waiting. I was just saying I can't say more about what's happening.
We're all waiting and
Forever. There. You happy? I'm still at forever.
Yeah, okay. I'm about to get together.
Come together right now.
It's so stupid, folks. It's so stupid. Together. Are you on together?
I'm at the overhead shot of Boston.
You even Boston.
I didn't pause. I just let it play.
Okay, I'm right behind you. I'm like half a second behind you.
Let me know when you get the overhead shot of Boston with Boston.
No, I got the elevator shot.
What the fuck?
Ladies and gentlemen,
you were at together And then I was already past
You
together.
kept going.
Yes.
So now I have them in the back. So if you refresh, we're going to be pretty close again.
Well, the folks,
Come
you wouldn't
on,
think
Nick.
that we've been doing this for 4 years.
You would think it. But here,
We're normally pretty solid. This is an off night.
It happened. We took the weekend off.
I'm Javon Evans.
I am too.
Okay. You have him with I Show Speed?
I Show Speed now. Yes.
Okay. I'm not touching nothing. Hands in the air. As Monday Night Raw, as we finally synced up, but Monday Night Raw is in my neck of the woods in Boston, Massachusetts, out here tonight.
In Massachusetts. Yeah, so we are getting CM Punk, Roman Reigns, gonna cap off tonight. So in the next couple hours, we will get that down the road. As we're getting another shot of All-State Arena.
Yes, Allegiant Stadium.
I was close.
It started with an A. As I'm getting the crowd, walking through the crowd right now.
There we go. All the Bostonians. Speaking of
Massholes,
Bostonians.
massholes aplenty. We call them massholes because I don't live in Massachusetts.
All right. Good to know. Massholes.
Yes.
Oof. What up, Paul? What up, Heather? Nayer's back with us last Monday on Raw. Oh, we're going to Paul Heyman, the Visionary versus the Oracle.
Right. Z-Man, what up? Guardian, Nick's our cousin from Boston. I'm from New York, so don't ever associate me with Boston.
Fair enough. Not a good vibe. Bradley, hello to everyone. I had to step out of the chat for a minute to post the 6 platinum in the gaming Discord. I'm in, and congratulations to MDB for beating me in fantasy hockey this past week. Congrats for all the participants. Good luck in the playoffs as it all winds down.
I didn't even realize we were in the playoffs until when I checked today, which not going to say nothing, but the former defending champ is last place. Sleep at the wheel, sorry.
Second last. I was okay. Did I end up dead last?
You're eighth. MDB is 7th.
I thought I was 7th. Did you beat me this week, you bastard?
Yes.
That's all right. I get first overall draft pick. It was not a good year. No, I took the year off. Yes, you are yourself, KJ Shane Moore. Out as welcome with the best in the world shit. Hashtag. That didn't go well. It did not go well.
A Herculean effort, a jaw-dropping show of dominance.
Yeah, just
they're hyping up the holy moment of Obafemi taking Brock Lesnar to a fall from grace.
It's amazing. It was national news. It was mainstream news. It was a big deal. If you are just tuning in, we are getting a reminder package from last week. Oba taking out Brock. Brock's going to open the show. How will this look? What will he have to say? A lot of people with us right now. Let's see if we get to triple digits. Be a friend. Tell a friend. If you can hear my voice, take the link to this stream. Send it anywhere you can think of. Let's see if we get to triple digits.
Absolutely. Well, and I love this stuff from Boston. And don't ever associate us with Nick. There, see, challenge accepted.
There you go. It's mutual dislike. It's okay.
Exactly. It's a respectful hatred. And again, anybody that we missed in the chat or anything like that, it's all love. We're trying to click on as many as we can. We're just repeat yourself, or we got all the super chats, the super stickers, FA, F5, and they've got it as a shirt. Let's go.
That's actually unreal. That is a wicked shirt.
And it's so sad. I mean, I have the Eat, Sleep, Conquer, Repeat shirt from Brock from way back now at this point. But yeah, you're going to get some guy that just drives an F-150 that just, I like that, F-A, F-5. Yeah, because I drive an F-150.
That is where, back when we had shirts in, all the stores. You could get a wrestling shirt at, Walmart. And
and the fact that happened last week. And they have a shirt ready-made and printed for it.
Yep, that's true. Speaking of shirts, we shirt people. We have a merch store. And I don't know if I'm outing the guy or whatever, but I wanted to take a moment. Jose in the chat, the owner of a new Nike apparel logoed with our branding. So shout out to Jose for jumping in and jumping on the merch store. we make pennies on the shirts, folks. We just want people to have our brand. Nick and I just think it's cool that you wear our shirts at all. So that's the cool part. So thank you so much, Jose, and anyone else who stopped by the merch store.
Yeah, normally my wife's the only one that wears my clothing. To see other people do it is very interesting.
Right.
So does that make Jose our first like NIL like chatter, our first like sponsored?
Yeah,
he's with the Nike swoosh and everything.
Right.
He's a Nike athlete.
Sponsored. Let's go. Hey everyone, God bless. What's up, Jordan? How you doing? Bradley, the giver of gifts. Surprised you didn't go tonight, Nick. And are you ready to see the Usos on Netflix Wednesday night?
Oh, because the Usos are going to be part of the opening day for the NFL, the MLB, and I think it's the Giants Yankees. And obviously the Usos are big Giants fans because San Francisco.
Crowd is loud, folks. The beast is in the ring.
This does have that WrestleMania feel. You're starting the show off with Brock Lesnar and you're ending the show with Roman Reigns and CM Punk.
Yeah, the shows feel good. And they've been getting good ratings. Like I didn't love SmackDown this week, or last week. But now here we are. I mean, they're not all going to be home runs. Some people like the show more than I did. But I think they've been good leading into Mania right now. And I'm pretty okay with it.
Is Cowboy Brock best Brock?
Yes. Brock's kind of done the same thing. And I think a lot of the guys do it. And I don't know if it's just you get to that point where you're no longer like in that the trenches of battling to be the number one guy. We see it with Randy. We've seen it with John, where they're just out having a good time. They're just fucking around. Like once he kind of hit that mode where he comes in and out, every time he comes in, he's awesome. He's unbelievable. He's so Brock.
Your legacy is solidified. And right there, I literally almost started to get goosebumps with hearing the crowd roar, as Paul Heyman said, Brock Lesnar. For everyone, oh, I can't believe they brought Brock back. Listen to that goddamn crowd. That's exactly why they're
on their feet. Back. It's standing room only right now. You're pissing off. So they're all chanting Oba, and they're pissing Brock off.
Let's all be honest. Oh, so this is, I love this. Heyman's going to sit there and Brock had to go through this guy, and that he had his eyes set on Seth Rollins and Oba Femi. Unbeknownst to anyone, surprised the beast. Caught him after he went through 20 masked men.
Right?
He says 20 as I say 20.
Yeah. Nick Heyman calling out Paul Heyman.
Whoa, no. Let's not go back to that. It's like looking through your yearbooks. It's kind of cringe.
Yeah. Dude, I was great. I looked like I was in fucking Phantoms. What was happening? Shit.
Do you want to read Spaz? Do you want me to read Spaz?
Go for it.
Spaz with a $10 super chat. I got to do it fast because Heyman's cutting a promo from hell. Fucking love you guys. Mega plug pause. Wednesday night after KJ suffers AEW, we go live previewing Sacrifice. And then Friday at 6 p.m., it's the Sacrifice and SmackDown pay-per-view day hangout. Let's fucking go.
There you go. We will be live on Friday with 2 shows. We'll be keeping an eye on Sacrifice, and you know what's going on.
And is it Friday Maple Leaf Pro? Global Wars?
Yeah, I believe it's this. It would be this coming weekend. Ricochet going to be there.
Is he now?
Yeah, coming to Canada.
Bold strategy, Cotton. Bold strategy.
I'd hide out in Canada too if I was him.
Mm-hmm. How do you get a shirt after you get power bombed?
Yeah, it's funny, right?
Send out Danhausen. Oh, you sent out Mark's out here just wanting to sacrifice Danhausen to the beast.
Send that Danhausen, curse him.
Oh.
He conquered the Undertaker. They boo him for that every time. The fans will never forgive. People don't forget.
But still, when he tips the cap and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Brock Lesnar is good at being an asshole.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Because he is.
I still, as much as whether you like, however you feel about Brock, you to me cannot deny his business acumen and his pro wrestling knowledge. He treated this like it was his fucking job and took the same intensity he had and everything, and being an amateur wrestler and everything into this shit. He figured out the business. He still picks his spots, knows when to do good business.
Oh, I like it. They said it was Bobby Lashley. They said it was AJ. No, it was nobody. It wasn't even John Cena. Nobody was the next big thing.
I love that they're playing into that. I've been saying it for a while. We've both been saying it. They're setting up Oba to be the next big thing, and they're acknowledging nobody. They've said this guy. They've said that guy before. None of them were it.
Right. Yeah. So basically, as you would expect, Paul doing all the talking, but it's so good. Brock looks like he's in phenomenal shape. Not gonna lie.
Ooh, lights out.
Lights out.
Boom, We're gonna get him.
Boom. Yeah, you got a hiccup. Tap tap. Hashtag tap tap. Here comes Oba. Yeah. Dun 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 dun.
You're getting the ruler versus the conqueror.
Yeah, it's crazy. And it's it. Like Oba is just like every other guy that wanted to be Brock but can't be Brock. So tough break. And Brock at WrestleMania is going to put you in your place. Look at this. Speaking of Bobby Lashley.
Well, Trick Williams very much ripped off, well, not Bobby Lashley, Bobby Roode. But
yeah, but at least Bobby's there to be upset about it.
Well, still, Oba's very smart. Oba is very smart. He's out there on the podcast teaching staff how to do the strut. Who was your favorite wrestler growing up? Oh, it has to be Triple H.
Because he's the only one he knows.
Well, no, he grew up here, but it's still one of those that I think he knows where his bread is buttered. So let me say, the boss. I'm about to get this meteoric push. Let me thank the boss by saying he was my favorite wrestler growing up.
Yeah, let's go.
And Brock's just doing that, like
Brock's laughing,
smiling. Well, it's like remember when Keith Lee came out in the Royal Rumble and Brock's just bopping to his music and everything. It has that same energy from Brock.
Oh, for sure. And that's Brock in a nutshell. Like, even when there is a viable challenger, even when it was Roman, Brock would laugh at him. Roman's like, "I'll kick your ass." Like, that's happened like never in my life.
Yeah. Look at him now. Back to me now. Look at
the ear test says this is a good idea. Wait a minute.
Get some up. Can he get it now? Clothesline dumps Brock down
hard. I kind of like what they're doing here. And I know, like, Coachman out there, who's the biggest bitter bitch ever, literally, like, they're ruining the whole thing by doing this. What if it is the case of Oba is running over Brock, and what is Brock going to do? Like, it's a different vibe. Brock's actually on his heels opposed to being the alpha.
The new guard is passing the old guard. Hey, Coachman. Hey, Russo. Just in case you didn't see the similarities or anything, the old guard's getting passed by the new guard, and that's why the old guard's upset about all of this. I think this works perfectly because Brock is long in the tooth a little bit now.
Yeah.
Maybe you aren't as sharp of a beast as the fangs on the beast ain't as sharp as they once were.
And the fans are on their feet, no matter what people think. Like, and it's a different vibe. Like, you know, Oba standing here like, I just can't wait to be king. Like, just pumped. Like,
well, and I mean, they shed a tear last week, but even then, it's not like they get into this big physical altercation. You saw Brock try and get up for the F5, so you know Oba can kind of get caught, but then Oba gets out, just dumps Brock out on the outside. It is very much
Oh.
I want to credit Cornette because I heard him bring it up before we went live and everything. But it's one of those. Brock Lesnar is a household name. Everybody, whether you're a wrestling fan or not, you know Brock Lesnar. It's the same thing. Like, say, if you mention MMA, Conor McGregor. If Joe Blow, is challenging Conor after he's had a good kind of run and everything like that, he's building up. He's going to make a name, and they have their little press conference and their scuffle. Do you want to see the match more of Conor starches the other guy when they get to shoving, or Joe Blow knocks Conor on his ass? You get over the upstart knocking Brock on his ass, the established guy, the name.
Yeah, but at some point you need the answer from the other side in this one, and you will get it. We're gonna get it. I like the idea that Brock's got him. You expect the comeback, and Oba's like, no. I'm different. I'm not. You're not just getting your get back. You better have a fucking plan B. And I think it works. It works well. I don't give a fuck what I said the pundits out there want to say about it. I mean, ultimately, it's well done. And where was Dale? Dale said what Michael said right there. Michael Cole just said, that's why you tune in here, folks.
Right. Well, even Jose saying Brock is shook of that's Brock not expecting to get manhandled like that, of even the first segment where he gets, fall from grace, foot on the chest as he's pointing at the WrestleMania sign. Who's stood over Brock like that before?
Not many. And we transition to Finn Balor and Dom Dom cutting a little pre-tape here on the fallout of the Judgment Day.
We're getting this match at Mania right now. Is it for the IC belt, or not?
If they give the belt back to Dom, I'm not going to love it so much. I think you have an opportunity with Penta. Penta's over as fuck. I think this is an opportunity for Finn to fuck. I don't know why I had to put it that way, but Finn is going to screw over Dominic again.
Yeah, I think that feud can be built just on personal issues. It doesn't need a belt to be a thing.
Absolutely. Tonight, the rematch.
Well, and after Dom eats the unprotected chair shot from Vikingo and yada yada,
right?
This will still be a fantastic match, but I think, like you said, Finn ends up costing Dom the match.
Right? Is this next? Okay.
Well, they changed this to a non-title.
That's smart. Because why would you do otherwise?
Well, because some people had originally thought it was advertised as a title match and everything.
Yeah. Eliminate. We'll call it an eliminator.
No, you can't bring up that term.
Right. What do we do with Gunther? Gunther is an interesting cat right now. Is Gunther just like, is it musical chairs and all the chairs been taken? Everyone's got a dance partner?
Well, the rumor, and I think you actually had said it before, of Ron Mysterious being the one that ends up taking on Gunther at WrestleMania, but Ron's been injured, and I don't know.
Maybe
do you do the retirement thing with it? Like, how do you have the guy that retired, Gunther and AJ, and you don't have anything truly solidified by now going into WrestleMania?
Yeah, he was very much in the forefront of, like, again, he's had a crazy 2026. One of the best talents in any wrestling company in the early part of this year. And then he's kind of quiet, which is okay. But like you said, we're a few weeks away. Is Gunther missing WrestleMania? Ooh, wow. That's a story.
Are you going to miss WrestleMania?
Who? Io Sky. She might be another example of just not having a dance partner.
Well, I think she had a dance partner, but she needed to have a different dance partner.
As far as the champion, like Jade?
Well, I'm saying Rhea and Io, I think, could have stayed as a tag team going into Mania. And then I would have done Charlotte versus Jade instead of Rhea versus Jade.
I see that, but Rhea, for me, in 2026, Rhea is the marquee matchup. Like, it's the bigger name. It's the more over star.
Have you liked their promos?
I don't think I'd like a Charlotte Jade promo either. Charlotte's a great promo.
I'm not saying she's a great
That's what you're
promo,
hoping
but
for, the Jade Charlotte promo off?
where they talk about their muscles and how much they, one's for fitness and one's for show.
Right? I mean, again, I think Charlotte Jade will be a thing, and it has to happen at some point. They went with one of the biggest names in all of wrestling, male or female. And I know the IWC gets all, pissy in their panties about Rhea Ripley being booked, but she's legitimately one of the biggest stars in the world. She's more over than almost anybody. And sorry if you don't like her.
Does she go over Jade?
I don't think so. I think I'm going to be voting when we do the preview show. I think I'm going to be leaning towards Jade. I just think Jade, this is a match. Like, this match has to be a good match, and Jade go over. It validates Jade in a big way.
Well, she's got the baddies now. I feel like this was either supposed to be Naomi or Bianca Belair, and we fell to the third round draft pick of either Rhea or Charlotte for who's going to take on Jade. So maybe Jade retains so you can hope that you get back to where you were supposed to be.
Yeah, and then with the complications of, we hoped Belair was going to be a part of WrestleMania, and I think they did too, but with the complications with their finger, here we are, and they're trying to make the best of it. I do think that story needs to play out. Belair, Jade, and Naomi's going to be back eventually. So, I mean, a lot of moving parts. I think Jade needs the W at Mania. That's my big concern.
Fair enough. As I believe we're coming back from commercials, I think you might be going to your own personal commercial.
Yeah. All right, folks. We got lots more coming your way. Going to commercial break now. But lots to come, and I shall return.
There you go. As KJ takes a pause for the cause. Yes, as I've got the overhead shot of Vegas as Spaz with a $5 super chat. If I get the Mania results I want, then the Crown Jewel title matches will be Ripley and Liv and Cody Punk. Huge story potential in both. You threw me off with the Crown Jewel title, like defending those matches. Was it defending that belt? Explain, sir. Show your work of how we got there. Everything was going fine. Not gonna lie, you had me in the first half until Crown Jewel titles. But I am getting the Vision coming out right now, about to take on the Usos again in a non-title, surprisingly non-title, even though they hyped it up last week of a title match. But Usos versus the Vision. JV, could we get a Money in the Bank at Mania or a multimedia match for the US title? What do you mean a multimedia match? Are you talking cinematic? I don't know about that. Definitely not for the US title, and I don't think when you have a whole pay-per-view around Money in the Bank, you're not going to take that stipulation and throw it on WrestleMania. You could do a multi-person ladder match, but it won't be a Money in the Bank ladder match. As we're getting, did anyone watch any of this with the the flag football championships of Logan Paul's team and Tom Brady's team? You actually had NFL players. Like, what kind of insurance policies did this have to have for like Joe Burrow to be out there playing, flag football and everything in the middle of Kid March? But Tom Brady and Logan going at it. Now, they've teased at, Tom Brady has been talking about WWE quite a bit lately. So, and WrestleMania is in Vegas, in the stadium. He's a part owner of the Raiders. Does Tom Brady make an appearance at WrestleMania 42? What does that look like? What does he do? There's a story on Cultaholic. I haven't clicked on it yet. I don't know who's the true source on this. Probably Dave. But saying that WWE hasn't reached a deal with Tom Brady about an appearance at WrestleMania. But I think that at this point, they're playing too heavily into it that I think it makes all the sense in the world. Just sign the deal. Whatever the man wants. Just have it be a fucking thing. That will be a story that will get you clicks well beyond your wrestling diehard fan base. But let me know, folks, who you got for this match. Guardian Bianca reportedly. No, the only person that's reported that was, again, Jonathan Coachman, who I'm sure has all the inside information onto Bianca Belair's medical stats. That's the thing, is I don't trust certain sites like Sportskeeda is one, Wrestling Observer Network is pretty much another. 9 times out of 10, well, Ringside News is also a bit of one too, but they're just reposting something that somebody else said that is so out of the loop that they have no real input or any knowledge of the situation. I think it would be a much bigger thing outside of just Jonathan Coachman knowing of if Bianca Belair was about to potentially lose a finger, as Logan and Theory dumped the Usos over the barricade. As we're going to commercial break right now, folks. But Bash, I see you. Jose, if I go to, I don't see Rhea, I'm going to be pissed. Honest question, is Rhea still where she was at last year as far as status? Not saying nothing, just an honest question, just a, lick the finger, see which way's the wind blowing. Let me know. Spaz with $5. Oh, I got that one already. Thank you, Spaz. Roderick, Morgan and Morgan is Bubba Army. Heard him on there long ago. Why does Morgan and Morgan sound like an insurance or a lawsuit firm or something? Nick, because the crown jewel matches are champion versus champion, I want. Oh, fair enough. See, they have so many. There's so many weird stipulations to this belt and that belt, and especially when those belts are rarely, if ever, defended. Trying to remember the rules and everything attached to them. Mea culpa. Wait, who's Mr. Jotka? What about loaded language or something? I feel like I missed a moment here. But anyways, oh, Geekbox, I've been seeing you in the chat. I apologize. I feel like I done seen you a couple of times and I missed you. Yeah, Spaz, she's been booked the right way when they're building her. Now I gotta try and find the rest of this lore here. But again, folks, I'm in commercial break. Be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. We are just past 8.6K subscribers, I feel, on YouTube. Let's see if we can hit. The sooner we hit 10K, we could hit 10K by WrestleMania. That'll be a whole series of WrestleMania weekend. Me and KJ got to get tattoos of the channel's logo and everything. But also, too, we are out there on Twitch. I think we're one little check mark away before we can reach Twitch partner and everything as well. So make sure, again, same thing. And even then, if you don't remember, you can get around that way and everything. But check us out over there. Be a friend. Tell her. We got the merch store. We've got the Twitters. We've got the Instagrams. We got everything and anything. And trust me, we're about to be covering anything and everything when it comes to pro wrestling. We've already got the whole calendars pretty much laid out and all of that. And we're already talking 2-3 shows a day at times, or especially when it gets to around WrestleMania, you've got the collective and everything to where you might be seeing us a couple times a day and all that. So make sure and especially hit that bell notification. That's how you make sure that you get notified when we are live. And I think the likes right now are the biggest thing that the algorithm, is loving. So make sure you drop a like on the stream. It's free, it costs you nothing. It's not even a super chat. You can even do it anonymously. So make sure you drop a like, folks. Got you already from, Chris, I had you pulled up and I didn't read you. Did you notice, as I'm back in action, folks, did you notice that Jay didn't dap up Jimmy? He left him hanging. Could there be some IRL heat between them? I don't think IRL. I still find it funny that that's very a MySpace term. I'm still using IRL. But I think, not knocking you, Chris, but just funny. I think it's going to be more of a story thing. I think you might have to. Jimmy's been more cohesive with everything, while Jay seems like he wants to almost kind of jump right back into being right there with Roman and has gotten more of that behind him. So, oh, tosses a turnbuckle as a distraction and elbows this man in the face. I think it might be more storyline, maybe an LA Knight throws seeds of doubt between the two brothers. That'd be about it. 1, 2, 2 count, 2 count. Oh, got you. No, just because you mom. I don't even know. I'm not even gonna get into that, but I know whatever might be going on, we ain't down with it. I'm good. Thanks, buddy. Hope you are too. I'm good, my guy. How are you on the UK stateside, sir? Been a minute, brother. Jay was so firing up. Yeah, that's my British brother. That's British Nick. That's mine. I am him and he is me. Gently and firmly stroke that like button. Smash the Smo and spike that like button as Logan hangs up Jay on the top turnbuckle. Oh, Jimmy into the ring post. Logan Paul getting the brass knucks. Oh, LA Knight, yeah. Now, where does we know potentially where Seth Rollins slots into the Vision feud? Oh, LA Knight comes from behind. Tosses the knucks to Jay. Where does LA? We know where Seth. You're going to probably try and get Seth versus Braun. You've got the tag team, I guess, with brass knucks, but it causes the DQ, so the ref clearly sees it. But got a bit overzealous. LA Knight handed it to him. If it's just one of those, you choose the wrong opportune time to where the ref sees it. Well, and LA Knight out there said, see, this was the plan. This is what we're doing. So the Vision won because Jay got disqualified. And Jay goes back in with the knucks and just clocks out, starches out Logan Paul. This is the thing. I think that we're starting to get to where Jay's going to the darker side of, yeah, Yeet's about to be no Yeet. Uh-oh. I don't even know if it's an actual heel turn or if it's just the intensity of the situation, because like Jimmy's not fully mad at him for doing it, and LA kind of helped facilitate the situation. It's a very fluid situation. I just don't know where LA Knight fits into the Vision feud right now, because if you get Braun versus Seth, and then you get Logan and Theory versus the Usos, who's LA Knight wrestling? Because Bronson Reed's out for a good bit after a torn bicep. So, as I'm getting a video package from last week's promo off between Punk and Roman, bad Yeet over no Yeet. Now, it'll be interesting if they actually get. We haven't seen the true Yeets kind of going in a minute here, but if they completely move away, like how do you do a heel Yeet? Do you do heel Jey Uso merch? Because he's not going to move it the same way. Little Johnny's not going to be buying no Yeet merch. We've seen that already. So it'll be interesting to see how far they really go with this. Again, I don't know if it's a heel turn or if it's Jay's the most down for whatever. He's down for the cause. I don't know. That was so just have LA Knight join the Vision. Can't beat him, join him. Kevin Durant philosophy. Mission and BFAB joining Jade Cargill. If we can't beat her, we'll just team with her. Keyshawn, Ethan Page should join the Vision. No. Everybody's already fantasy booked him with Chelsea Green, and I've seen some people throw out the whole idea of you have him, Saints, and Randy, and that's the new legacy, even though legacy was all second generation. But you could do, I don't know, an evolution, something. I don't. Ethan Page, if he's gonna move up, I would move him up with Chelsea. Saints, I think. He's weird if you move him up right now. I think you anyone that's going to move up is going to be post Wrestlemania first and foremost, by the way. So we'll see where the chips lie after that. But yes, Jose, hug that like button. Just give it a good old bear hug. CM Punk and Roman Reigns tonight. But then again, perhaps the Bloodline returns. We know WWE loves to. That's actually not a terrible shout. I've thought about the idea if they run something similar to it back. Maybe not in the true Bloodline, but something similar. As Puffy Coat Becky out here. So we're going to get Becky Lynch addressing her attack on AJ Lee coming up next. Which, shout out Seth and Becky announcing that they're starting their own coffee brand. I'm not a big coffee person, but if you want to look like Seth or Becky or look like KJ White, maybe that'll be the next thing we go into the forte. Coming soon in the merch store of, the bearded blend for coffee.
Do it up. Get a nice roast going. Let's go.
The best part of waking up is KJ in your cup.
Pause.
Well, you can get the KJ coffee mug at least. You can get the Wrestling
right.
You mug that you can put your Seth and Becky coffee into.
You want me to stir it for you?
Well, now.
Moving on. Yes, go to the merch store, folks. We have mugs. We have travel mugs. We have travel wine glasses. We have wine cups, whatever you call them. We got all the stuff. So go check it out. If you like to partake in beverages and watch wrestling, they're good to have.
There you go. I don't know how I became apparently not a coffee guy. What?
We have all the grandes and
come on, say their names. Everyone makes fun of me because I forget everyone's name except for El Grande.
We have Bravo, Reyes, and our buddy fucking Grande.
Why did Grande take you the longest name? I thought you were stumbling over Saxton out there.
Not at all. We're on it. LA Knight showed up. Very interesting, but now the things go to plan for the Vision. They'll get a tag title shot at Mania. So that's that set up. But Jimmy, Jay, are they upset? Are they tired of LA? LA doesn't really have a dance partner either at this point. Getting involved in their business, it kind of feels like LA could be, due for a mood change.
Well, how do you feel on this whole situation out there to where Jey Uso gets disqualified with the brass knucks, but then turns around and goes back in and starches out Logan Paul? Jimmy doesn't seem exactly upset, but like, what are we doing, bro? LA Knight on one hand is like, yeah, good job. I tossed him to you. Like, they all seem like they're moving constantly in this nice little dance, but you don't know where the chips are going to fall of who's against who and who lands on whose side.
Yeah, ultimately, could LA slide into the Vision? Does that help give them some clout? Does Paul help give LA some clout? But at the end of the day, what do? You have to. I think the good part right now is nobody really seems to be on the same page, but nobody's really saying F you to anyone else yet. They're kind of holding back, so we're just kind of waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Fair enough. Well, I'm gonna put on a different shoe here real quick because I find this hilarious. Of Nick is part of the Grandes. He's Ariana's cousin, twice removed, called Nickelodeon. And
Nickelodeon.
That was actually my mother's nickname for me at times of calling me Nickelodeon and all of that. So that's why that was a little funny. That's a little creepy. Like, how did you know that, sir?
This is a little too close to home, my friend.
Yeah.
Spaz in with another 10 bones. 1 year for Mania. I want them to pick the biggest match, best story for the main event. Book it perfect. Big, rich story. Save a horse, ride a cowboy. as we're getting Becky. Video packages, interviews, bell ring, DQ. Good night, everybody.
No. You had to well, no, because I was right there. I was like, okay, we're pretty much there with CM Punk and Roman right there. We kind of had it with some of the Roman, Cody, like WrestleMania 40 is probably the recent peak that we've been at here. But then it's just, you do the dick kick of doom out there. Mm-hmm. Like, nah, no.
Yeah, no, we like a little more than that, right? But we do have Becky. She's going to talk about the beating she put on AJ Lee. We explain why. We know why. Break her out, reads out. The Vision is already gone blind. The team doesn't fold just because you get injuries. They still got members doing well. They're doing fine. They'll be okay. They got to win tonight. And eventually, Reed and Breaker will be back. Breaker's going to make it to Mania. So that's exciting.
Yeah, but then you get Breaker versus Seth. You get you get Austin Theory and Logan versus the Usos, which we still haven't addressed that. Theory was a masked man at one point. So then who's LA Knight's dance partner? You said he's kind of without one of what does LA Knight get left off the WrestleMania card?
LA Knight helps Braun Breaker beat Seth Rollins.
Oh.
He's bitter he got left off the card.
Well, I mean, perfect tie-in to, again, of Becky Lynch in the ring, of her and Seth announcing that they've got their own coffee company, speaking of bitter bitches. But yeah,
I like
how do you feel about Becky and AJ Lee continue? Like, I've said it, this is going to be the WrestleMania feud.
Yeah, and we've seen it coming for a long time. If I'm going to be fair and consistent in my review of things here at this channel, the same things I said about Nikki Bella and Brie Bella apply to AJ Lee. And I'd rather this be Becky versus somebody current, somebody relevant, somebody not part-time. I don't know. AJ Lee doesn't stir my drink. So I don't know what to tell you. No offense, Phil, but yeah, I'm not like, you gave her the belt, and I don't really think it was best for business. It's just another name on the marquee.
Becky versus Bayley, and this gets personal. You took everything that I've said this for a long time. I want to see the Becky versus Bayley feuds where they dig into each other. Like we saw with Charlotte and Becky, we've seen it before. Of tying to you took out of the 4 horsewomen, we were all supposed to be sisters, and then you hogged the spotlight. Go into that hole, make it feel personal, even if it's not truly personal.
Okay. Becky's cutting a hard promo right now.
I don't know how much I can believe her, though, with I can't stand the rain out my window.
Where somebody made a comment about that, made me laugh.
She kind of looks like too legit to quit. Too legit.
Becky is proper getting back to where she was in her peak now. I mean, Becky is great at being a villain. She's been strong. I know fans get mad at Becky Hogan, but again, in this day and age, you're not allowed to be elite at your job. You gotta, everyone's gotta be mediocre so nobody feels bad or left out. But Becky was at the top of the food chain for a while. She went through ups and downs. She had a baby, but she is like, these promos, I put her up against any guy to cut a promo. I know you got to listen in a little, for the D, but other than that, she's rolling.
Well, once she became the man that's when you really kind of established that Becky's really good on the microphone.
Yeah. And then the opposite side of the argument.
Well, yeah, no. How is she?
I'm sick of
this. I mean, she's very much imitating a certain politician I'm very familiar with in my country on Twitter and everything. And it's not just me saying it. Other media has said it too as well.
Right. MC Becky jokes. Oh my God, Becky, look at her jacket.
Look at her shoulders.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's it up.
And maybe I'll be proven wrong. And this match fucking slaps. But I don't have high expectations of it. I do apologize if that bothers anyone, but I just don't see it. I don't have the same vibe for it. Becky runs away.
Has
Crazy
this
League.
honestly been a Becky-led feud? Has this been a Becky-carried feud? Of Becky cuts the promos, Becky does the attacks. AJ Lee shows up when she wants, and she wins the title here or there, not from Becky, from someone not Becky.
Right.
And we haven't heard much of an AJ Lee promo. Oh, as I say that, she grabs the mic.
Yeah. Zero pop is a bit of an exaggeration, Boston. And remember, I'm on your side, but she did get an okay pop. Becky. Yeah, Becky out of Dodge here. Oh, okay. Oh, shit.
You like a dog.
AJ's on the commentary table with a mic, and I like it.
AJ's got a mic.
I'm digging AJ Lee's shirt. Jesus Christ.
On the biggest stage of them all.
It's terrifying when she talks like that. If she did that in mid-argument, I'd up and leave my own house. Like, bye, baby. I gotta go. Like, what is that? That's a different register for her altogether.
Well, JV out there being all proud of Jersey, UC, Union City, shout out of, I guess, halfway shout out because the missus is from Jersey, so byproduct, I guess.
Oh, your daughter's favorite. I'm your daughter's favorite wrestler.
Oh, AJ Lee's a great promo. We just haven't heard any.
This good promo. I was, like I just said, I was a little critical of AJ Lee, but this is a good promo. I call it as is, and I like this. I like that gravitas in her voice. She's fucking spooky when she talks like that. Like, may the power of Christ compel you. What is happening?
Shimana Haya, Shimana Honda.
This is the best this has been.
Well, and then you fell right into my trap. You challenged me to WrestleMania. That's the best I've been. I am big time Banks for a fucking reason.
Wait.
You haven't done this. You did this 11 years ago.
What happened at WrestleMania 11? Uh-oh. She getting deep now.
Well, again, this goes back to my husband doesn't like your husband. So why would that wife like that wife?
Right. I will end you at Vegas. Becky versus, so official Becky AJ Lee will be happening. If we didn't know, it's now you know.
Is that her new slogan? Welcome to the big time, and then just slams the mic down.
That was good. That was good. I'm okay with that. That was I didn't hear anything other than her music. I don't like her like turn it up. I don't know. I don't care. I think for her character, she needs darker.
Let's turn it up. Turn it up.
I don't care. I don't care.
So you just went full too cool. Turn it up. Bang
turn it up.
I appreciate
okay, so now they're thanking him.
Yeah, but Jay's super intense.
Everybody had to get got.
The family you get got. He's that one cousin that's like, calm down.
Right.
Calm down.
WrestleMania 11's the worst one to date. 11's bad. The one in Caesar Palace is my least favorite. What was that? 8, 9?
No, is it 35 or 36 that was in silence? That was the
that wall, yeah. 36.
That's the worst. That was unwatchable. Unwatchable.
It's so hard. It's unfortunate. Feuds heating up. I will say that was a good battle between the two ladies. Like as far as women cutting strong promos, that's as good as it probably gets. Like that was on point.
Well, I'm gonna go bounce away here as we're getting Javon versus Grayson Waller in the credit one match of the night.
All right. Nick taking a pause for the cause. We are rolling on. It looks like up next we are going to get Javon Evans in a match against Grayson Waller. Of course, all roads lead to Kofi. I would be perfectly fine if we do Javon, Kofi at Mania, just kind of a passing of the torch kind of vibe. I'm completely fine with that. That works for me. Good promo, says Mega. But folks, we are rolling on. The show does not stop. We were getting a flashback to what happened with the Bellas. I guess they're trying to make us care about the Bellas. 9. WrestleMania 9. Thank you, Alexis. I appreciate the fact checkers. I wish I sounded like Roman Reigns. Okay. Mania 9, Bret versus Yoko, and then Hogan came in and spoiled it. Everything as usual. Yes, that is the whole thing felt weird. The whole situation, Mean Gene and a toga, none of it went well. 11, not a good one. Yeah, I mean, but there are some there are some really bad ones. That's officially 6 matches for WrestleMania 42. So yeah, let me double check here, and I will confirm. I want to see how fast they worked on this one. But all right, so CM Punk Roman's official. Stephanie Liv Morgan official. Cody Rhodes Randy official. Jade versus Rhea. Oba versus Brock. AJ versus Becky. Shaping up nicely. We don't know what night these are going to happen. Everyone's pretty safe on CM Punk Roman night 2. Cody Randy night 1. That seems like how that's going to play out. And now we're getting some build up around the main event. So there you go. 6 official. If you're just tuning in, AJ Lee and Becky Lynch. Nobody should be surprised about that. That was definitely in the works and building up anyway. So again, make sure, again, that's your card. So make sure you keep tuning in, I guess. But all that being said, folks, we're getting an ad for WrestleMania and we are getting back to the action here. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. I did not know that was Waller's music and entrance at all. It just hit me right in the forehead. But here comes Kofi with Waller. I will put a poll up for everybody out there. Let me know how you feeling. What's your vote? Who's going to get the win? Who you taking? Who you taking? Who you taking? As Waller going to be one-on-one with the young OG. Now we're going to another commercial break. They do so many ads for their own shit. You're not really sure when they're on commercial or not on commercial. So it feels like we just came out of commercial, go back onto commercial. And now we're back again. What are we doing? Evans for the win. WrestleMania 27 was pretty bad besides Taker and Triple H. Yeah, I think maybe I overlooked that pay-per-view because I liked the Triple H Taker stuff so much. In the sense that, yeah, it was okay. That ending, I loved it though. So push Evans to the IC title, very possible. And I think giving him like an offshoot lower card kind of, he's just getting in. We're getting used to him. He's building up. Derek White, my cousin Derek in the house. Everyone makes some noise for cousin Derek. He brought Joe Mazzulla. Celtics are representing here tonight, folks. I like the Celtics better than I like the Knicks, so don't tell them. What's up, Geek Box? I wasn't here when you popped up, sir. Hope you're doing well. Folks, remember, everybody's second favorite box, the man that's bringing the wrestling community together one video at a time. Make sure you go check out Geek Box and all his wonderful content, bringing all types of stuff, a lot of highlights, a lot of clips, doing his own stuff, not to mention the video game content as well. Thumbs down from Jose. But shout out my man Geekbox. Go give him some love. Had a curry, good old plate of, let's go. Laura, welcome. Who puts Demolition in the Hall of Fame? Shit. Good question. Let me think. No, Jim would make sense. Food ain't gonna happen. That's a good question. Anybody got a suggestion? I'm kind of stumped. Who would put Demolition in? Would it be somebody arbitrary, like just kind of like close enough? That's an interesting question. I'm kind of stuck on this one. Ba, 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 ba. Yeah, I don't know. I'm at a loss. So let me know if anyone's got a good one. Lakers better. I'm not a Lakers fan though. You lose me a little bit on the Lakers, but I mean, I kind of only. Well, if I'm being geographical, I only got one vote to give. As we're getting bouncy, Javon springboards into the Hurricane Rana. Out goes Waller. Looks like 93% of the vote is going to Javon, with a little surprise there, folks. I do not believe. Where is it? If Demolition or Hall of Fame Repo Man, I mean, maybe not if you're basing it on the gimmick. I mean, we're kind of getting it anyway, but at the end of the day, the Repo Man will kind of get in their secondary, kind of in the back door. We'll put it that way, Spaz. Does Taker do it? Just because? Shawn Michaels puts Demolition in, I guess. I hope not. I fucking hope not. The pants are better. Javon's down on the floor of the outside. Waller following up with him. Javon getting rolled in. Waller stalking, having a little chit chat with Kofi. Oh, wait, are they not getting along? But here comes Javon up and over right on Waller. But Kofi and Waller are not seeing eye to eye, folks. As we go to commercial break, and Javon continues to show reasons why he is an absolute OG and why he is on the up and up. I grew up during peak Bulls in the 90s, Chicago, but Shaq and Kobe captured my heart and fandom over forever. It's funny. As a kid, I liked the Indiana Pacers. It wasn't even Pacers. I was a fan of Reggie Miller. So any Knicks fans out there are going to hate that answer. But then we got, I got the Raptors, and it just kind of whoever the Raptors were thrown out on the on the court, we were hoping they were going to be half decent. And a lot of lean years. I mean, of course, we had the Kawhi moment, and we are one championship, which we're feeling pretty pumped about. But gotta go local, folks. Sadly, hope there's everyone attached them. What is up, Professionally? I'm probably off on that. What's up? I really love your stream and enjoy being a part of the fan community. Would you mind adding me on Discord username? I think someone can throw the Discord link in the chat. It is also below. I'll be honest with you, that is not my realm. I peek in every once in a while, make sure everyone's getting along and not on fire. But check the chat. We will make it available. If not, down below there should be a link for it as well, sir. But welcome. We appreciate the kind words. Thank you for being a part of the family. Yes, we haven't mentioned this at all, but rest in peace, Dennis Condrey. Very sad story. Again, a long, prosperous life. T's and P's to his family. If you are a Cornette fan, he's probably going to talk about this at length. With his connection to Dennis, it's going to hit him hard like Bobby. But yeah, I mean, a man that touched a lot of people in the wrestling world. Some amazing Dennis Condrey stories exist. The man, a legend in his own right for sure. So yeah, thoughts and prayers to everyone out there as Dennis Condrey passed away. Now, right now, Waller is all over Javon. I do believe we were in a commercial break for about 50 seconds as my time clock came back. Netflix gave my time clock back, folks. Taker top. Yeah, Taker. Yeah, maybe just go Taker because he was there. I mean, who else is really associated with Demolition that would make sense? I really wish Theory and Grayson tag team worked out. I thought there was potential there. Their booking wasn't strong behind it, and Waller's kind of been lost. And I do think Waller's a guy we're going to see for quite a while. He's a very irritating. I think Waller really fits that young Miz role. Like he'll take that irritating heel, steal a belt once in a while, but he's got a lot of future ahead of him. He's a good talker. He's a pain in the ass. It works for him. Theory, I mean, people have felt high things about Theory for a long time. It's unfortunate it didn't work out. I do like Theory kind of where he is now, and we'll see. We'll see. Maybe they turn Waller evil. Kofi going to betray Waller. So, I feel like something's up. Kofi dressed like he unlocked a new outfit. Well, none of this shit makes sense, but you want to try them all? You want to try it anyway? KJ, is Jim Cornette in your top 5 greatest managers of all time? For sure. Listen, whatever you think about him, fine. I'm not even going to debate you on it. As I've said it many times before, I started doing wrestling coverage because I hated Jim Cornette. Yeah, he's definitely top 5. In my mind, he's like 2, 3 maybe. Speaking of 2.
Well, no, I was going to say, but I know who number 1 is. But going,
it's Paul, right? Like anybody that denies it. Sorry, go ahead, Nick. Sorry.
No, go finish what you're saying.
It's Paul, like by a mile. Like at this point, like I think.
I was going to joke and saying it was me. But yeah, I would say Paul has the longevity. Paul has crossed into different talents, different companies. Like Paul is the biggest like utility man when it comes to pro wrestling. He can do creative. He can run your show. He can be your biggest manager. He can be your best booker. Paul can do it all.
Oh, it really can. Who should induct Demolition into the Hall of Fame?
I was the one that threw out Taker just because Taker's there. I don't know who else would or could, as Javon with a big enziguri. I think it's just one of those, well, he's there, so he might as well do it. I don't know who else fits that slot.
Yeah, it's really tough. Somebody said the Godwins.
No.
Right? The Godfather?
Godfather, maybe. But, like, you can't do the Godwins because the Demolition's more known than the Godwins. So, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, it's a tough one. I mean, there's no one that I can think of that's, like, super associated with them that's kind of still around. I hate to say it. It's been so long. Bret Hart? Bret don't want to be around.
Bret Hart ain't showing up for none of that.
Bret Hart hates Triple H. He can't help it. And he's so mad.
Bret Hart hates pro wrestling. Let's be honest. Bret Hart hates pro wrestling.
Oh.
Current pro wrestling, I should say.
Yeah, for sure. Big super kick from Javon. Wobbles Waller on the post.
Well, which also, Kofi dressed like, you remember the little girl from Lilo and Stitch? Lilo. Hey. It's in the fucking title. She's dressed like goddamn Lilo.
Yeah, it's aggressive. It's aggressive.
But aggressive conversations shift. Oh, Spanish Hurricane Rana.
Big Hurricane Rana. Oh,
Cutter. That 100% should be the noise that's played every time this man jumps.
Javon with a big win. Gets the 3. Issues between Waller and Kofi, which I don't think many of us care about.
You mean the New Day might break a little bit more because Xavier Woods is out injured too after they already turned heel on Big E, which didn't amount to nothing.
Right.
The New Day is all but passed us by.
Yeah, they really have. I'm trying to remember what the outlook on Woods was. Like, is Woods anywhere near coming back?
6-8 months. It's like shoulder surgery.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember what put him on the shelf. So, Crush.
Because the arm and the sling and everything. He's had shoulder issues as of late. It seems.
Right. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. What about the $1 Million Man?
No, he wants to lay low. after his son's innocent. He needs to lay low after he
so
paid
nervous.
off his innocent. His son to be innocent. Everybody's got a price.
We have Paul with Pierce outside the doctor's room.
Notice though how Heyman's gone from disheveled to pulled together really fucking fast.
Things are getting better. You got to watch out.
Yeah.
The closer
Braun how a good beast beside you will fucking make it glow up.
Right, a little bit. You feel a little bigger.
Oh no. But no, you mentioned this while you were on. Oh, I was on a pause.
Okay.
Of how you were a fan of Reggie Miller. I've become a LeBron fan.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I've been obligatory of I have to be a Knicks fan, seeing how it's kind of in my namesake and from New York and everything.
Yeah, I just assumed.
I honestly was never really one because they sucked so much.
They sucked for a long time.
I mean, I'm also a Bills fan, so do I just embrace the pain and just, I mean, it's in my name. So do I just, I hold it to you and hold it to the chat of if I have to just embrace
what's required.
Fan. Yeah.
Seth Rollins. I am sick of it all. Okay. This is going to be bad. Even Paul, this could be trouble.
Somebody going to get hurt real bad.
Yeah, that's, again, we'll see what this
set up for a Braun that shows up and just destroys everything. Braun Breaker, when he comes back, we're going to prove he's back from a hernia because he's going to flip over and throw everything.
Right. Something I never thought I would read out loud, and I won't this time, but this one's for you.
Embrace the suck there, I guess. So I've been christened, I've been baptized as being a Knicks fan, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Even though I'm pretty sure Jose's a Heats fan. So by way of the NBA, by the Eastern Conference, yeah.
Still bitter about Chris Bosh.
Oh, with the Heat? Well, he was still even. He was the most like. Was he the Jimmy Uso out of the Bloodline League?
Yep, he was. He really was. I mean, talented guy in unfortunate circumstances where he dealt with some medical issues. But yeah, no, he definitely was like, "Can I come too?"
Udonis Haslem was the Sami Zayn of the Miami Heat of that run.
Right.
Of just always there, always hanging on. Always the staple guy. Well, I saw someone throw this out there, and I lay before you, sir, and before the quarters were in commercial. Has NXT 2.0 now garnered more main event talent or current main event talent than Black and Gold?
Like 2.0, like the colorful brand, or like Black and Silver?
Braun Breaker, Obafemi, Ruka, Solo Sikoa.
Okay, so only like really Braun Breaker came out at 2.0, but
so you're saying anything... I can pull up the visual. Hold on, I can pull up the visual on my phone so I can source
Sol Ruka came. Sol Ruka would be Black and Silver. I don't think she was part of 2.0. Same with Oba.
No, okay, so Oba, Tiffany, Braun Breaker, Trick, Carmelo, Solo, and Roxanne. All 2.0 era.
No, only they're not all two. I think we're misunderstanding each other. So they would all
going by the question that was presented. I'm presenting the question.
No, I think it's incorrect because a lot of those are Black and Silver. Not some of them never appeared in 2.0.
Fair enough.
So yeah, I mean, I get what they're trying to say, but I don't think it's factual. Yeah, I think it would be the Black and Silver brand is starting to turn out stars left, right, and center. Oba, Sol. We saw Stephanie and Julia come up. I don't know if they count. Blake's getting better. Miss Parker's rolling. 2.0. I mean, we had Braun Breaker. I don't think Oba touched 2.0. Sol Ruka.
No, actually, I wouldn't say so either. So I'll give you that. Of like I said, I presented the information, but yeah, it's one of those like this draft class is going to go down as one of the better. There's been people that have compared Oba, Trick, Javon, maybe you throw in a Carmelo or a Braun Breaker. Is that akin to the OVW of Brock Lesnar, Randy Orton, Batista, John Cena.
Yeah, in a lot of ways.
You're getting historic draft classes now.
For sure. Speaking of that, we have Stephanie being tapped by the Taker, AJ being tapped by Taker. But as we set up the Hall of Fame,
who inducts Rodman? Who inducts Rodman?
Eric Bischoff.
Oh, that I can see it. I can see it 100%.
Or DDP.
No, I can see them going Bischoff because it'll get headlines. Because
Kevin Nash.
No, Mr. Bojangles. No.
Yeah, it would be Eric, Kevin, or shit. Who did I just say that was not those two? Yeah,
you go way out the blue. You get Mark Raimondi, who we interviewed and everything. And he's Mark the Raimondi. One who wrote the NWO book.
Yeah.
Oh, is Heyman's back out here again?
Oh yeah, this is gonna be trouble. Mass Men time. Foot Clan. Let's go.
Pizza power.
Let's go. Yeah, I think that's your best bets for Rodman. Unless you bring in like Malone.
Like, no.
Jay Leno?
No, Jay Leno, because Jay Leno, Karl Malone. Hi, Marty Skrull. How you doing? Yeah, no, you don't want Karl Malone there. So it'd be Eric. It would be a DDP is in a terrible shout. You can't do Hogan, obviously.
Kevin Nash.
Fuck, you actually might be on something. If it is Kevin.
Brock will not be back anytime soon. Brock is so pissed off.
Hey, scheduling. This works though if you didn't tell us when he would show up, so you could sell us a little bit more on this. Of like, no, if I open up my pocket Brock calendar of when he'll be appearing, yeah, next week wasn't on the schedule, so I think this is why we'll be here.
I'm a man. The news flash for everyone. I'm a man. A man that's been pushed too far. Is he dipping back into Paul E? He's going back to being Paul E?
Well, I mean, that's how you sell everything with Seth of I'm going to end you. I'm this and that. I've got the Foot Clan. If you're standing next to Paul Heyman, you're done. Of this feels personal.
Personal for sure. And I mean, this digs deep with Seth. Holy shit.
What?
Okay. I just learned. I didn't realize the fucking mailman was delivering fucking the wrong packages. I had no idea.
Yeah.
No clue.
Okay. Yeah, no.
MDB just tipped me off. I was like, wait, what? What? Him too? Motherfuckers.
I thought my hint was too on the nose.
You started it, but yeah.
Yeah, no.
Just one mask man.
Just one. Well, we couldn't afford the budget.
Right.
They're all still in recovery from getting thrown from pillar to post. Now, again, why have they not questioned Austin Theory, who was the masked man?
Why, though?
Because you got Seth Rollins out here with 57 masked men. You were out here doing the exact same thing that Seth's doing. So what's your connection? Why aren't you, like, why were you doing the exact same thing Seth's doing now?
So then
what about that?
Then would you talk to like Jimmy and Uso when he did it? Like, I think because most people, including the people involved, believe that they revealed Seth. That's why no one's asking.
Well, I get that, but I'm saying Theory did the exact same thing that Seth's doing, and all of his little putty patrol and his Foot Clan's done with the little sidekick and a stomp and everything.
That's a big pop for Seth. The cops. It's the
Boston
cops.
PD showing up. Boston's finest. Where's my Dunkins?
They ain't gonna roll up. They just want fucking donuts.
Yeah. You can smell it, huh? And still, I'm I like that Seth's like now he's the Joker, but on the other side of like he is the rebellious, like, fine, cool, I'll get locked up. But
They
don't be
said it
mad when like some random masked man turns around and beats you up, Paul.
Right? I'm done. They sent masked men to my city. Actually, they only sent Seth. There was no official additional masked men other than the one we knew.
Yet.
I feel like something bad's gonna happen to Paul anyway.
This is why I'm saying yet.
Paul's still talking shit. Seth being pulled up by the cops, but I think Paul's getting to him. He's starting to walk slower. He's grinning.
Oh, he's gonna fight the cops.
She's married to half the locker room. Somebody is gonna call your Child Protective Services, your daughter, but don't worry. Paul Heyman.
And then, I like that though. He's right by where he can cut right down the ramp.
Wow. My God. Paul, you talk about shots fired. Holy shit.
But again, this is what sells you on this is a personal beef of it. I can fully justify as why that man swung, because anybody with a reasonable mind would have swung on that.
Yeah.
That's why the "you're old" from Roman Reigns doesn't feel the same way. When it's like, I'm going to bury you next to your father. You're old. The future is now, old man.
Paul's going to be all bloody in the face. Now they got Seth. The crowd's just oh-ohing the whole time. Pierce is losing his noodle. Paul's laughing and not bleeding. I was wrong. But he thinks
it's the same thing like Roman of, I got in your head. Mm-hmm. I got to you. I know you got. Now I know what buttons to push that's going to pick you up.
The energy in the building
Attitude Era-esque. You're getting Austin 316 handcuffed, getting thrown out of the ring. What? And now you got Seth Rollins getting handcuffed, getting thrown out of the ring. What?
Right. And Paul went deep. Like, your wife's been married to half the locker room, and where you got to call Child Protective Services for your daughter. Don't worry, I'll adopt her. Motherfucker, do you want to die? And that's what Seth did. Like, yeah, I mean, he's going into unbelievable territory. It worked. Yeah, facts. Dug in deep.
Dug in like an Alabama tick, but that's 100% one of those. That's why 100% make somebody swing. It feels validated across the board. Of you screwed with me, you busted me open. I sat there and I set my beast after you, and he still couldn't even vanquish you. He couldn't put you away.
Right.
And you're still fucking with me. So I'm going to say everything I can to get to you. And that's when Seth says, fuck a charge. I got one. Let's get two. Right. And just starts running in the ring.
If you're going to take me away, I'm going to make it fucking worth it. So come get me.
Exactly.
Good Raw so far. Why are the cops removing him? Because he's disrupting on the behest of the company, which basically was already explained that they didn't want, Seth there causing trouble. So their job was to kind of, thwart the problem. I thought that was pretty straightforward. Sorry, my guy. But
it's this thing called security. I know it's a rare thing in pro wrestling, but security is a thing in pro wrestling.
Don't talk about the kids, then you're going to get, no, it's going to be bad.
Peel his muffin cap back blue. How do you feel we're getting the Kabuki Warriors entrance in commercial?
I don't think it's a big deal. Like, the in-commercial thing is no longer like, is it like a negative? They get like they're a jobber because for 80% of the audience, it's right there on our screen.
Fair enough.
It comes
this is America realizing we are America, not the America.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I mean, I don't think it is what it used to be. Like we used to talk about, they got the jobber entrance. Like, I don't think it feels like that anymore.
Well, and even then you can use it to your advantage. Like Roman comes out to start off, a segment. You can have a whole commercial break. This man is still getting Roman Reigns before he even throws up a one. And we're still good.
Yeah, it was like on Friday. Kit Wilson was standing in the ring for like 7 minutes. Well, we went to like everything but him.
That's though when it's bad. That's when it's too much.
Yeah, no, it's not good.
I didn't hear anything about that. It's why I'm asking. I was confused about what. Now I'm confused because vitamins make pages stick together.
1 second. I'm just finishing up. The poll is up for the next match, folks. Kabuki Warriors are going to take on Bird Lady and Bailey. Get your votes in. We're getting the replay of Seth Rollins having a meltdown. I didn't hear anything about it. It was why I was asking. I was confused. Oh, now I feel bad. You jerk. But
I don't know what we're talking about.
Just the whole situation with security and that. It's just a matter of Pierce is trying to keep the peace on the show. It's not going so well.
Asshole.
Yeah, just a wee bit. Well, even then, I liked how it was perfectly timed up to where Seth just right to where I can just run over down the entrance ramp, right back the other way, and get to this man as fast as I can. It's not one of those, oh, I'm going to fight through 10 police officers so I can get back to Paul Heyman. No, I just slip over there.
Oh, look, this was conveniently worked out. Who's eating at Denny's? I go over a moon's over my hammy right now. Let's go.
Well, are we safe enough to not gimmick infringement on asking what is your Denny's order or your IHOP order or anything? I think someone specifically owns the trademark for Waffle House. So.
Yeah, we can't.
What is your breakfast order? How about that?
I mean, Denny's is a lumberjack slam. With extra sausage.
Pause.
Sausage. Yeah, right.
Daddy, would you like some sausage?
Yeah, shit. You asked.
Well, I don't know. I don't have a Denny's or an IHOP by me. I have local diners and everything by me.
We don't have IHOP around here. We got Bouncy. But here comes Bird Lady and Bailey. I called them Birdly. Birdly to Birdly.
Frankly, Birdly, I don't give a damn. Knock, the comment that was in reference to was on the screen like 2 minutes ago, and you respond to it, put the vitamins down. Fair enough. Well, I guess I'm going to knock this comment too because I don't even understand this comment either.
He's like, Nick has no idea what's going on.
No, I am just here. I exist. Hi.
Right. But yeah, Bird Lady Bailey, which I think are going to break up tonight or tomorrow. Right.
I still want my multi-women tag match at WrestleMania. Right. If you're going to keep Rexa,
I think you are going to get that.
Them together, right? But so then you're not going to split up Bird Lady and Bailey. They're going to take the place of Io and Rhea. The legend matches you're going to get Io, Kyrie, and Asuka at WrestleMania.
Like as a triple threat or like working together?
Yes. No, triple threat.
Interesting. I'd be curious with that.
Well, because you had Kyrie with the Kyrie. So.
Yums.
Kyrie was
everyone involved in this match is yum. So, you know.
Right. I've been to TD Garden for Survivor Series. Hashtag Spaz Facts. I like that. Hashtag Spaz Facts. That's good, sir. Yeah, I've never been to TD Garden.
I was there for a UFC event.
Nice.
It was one of the Connor fights. I can't remember which one.
Right. IHOP, strawberry cream, cheesecake, pancakes, Lady B. We don't have many IHOPs, and most of them seem pretty like they're overpriced for what you get. But yeah. So I don't even have an IHOP order.
I have 2 questions, Your Honor. Pancake or French toast? And are they pancake or flapjack?
Pancakes. They are pancakes. Okay. I love French toast. Very close second. But yeah, no. Good old buttermilk pancake. Let's go. Big fluffy motherfucker.
Would you like butter on that, sir?
Yes, I would like it, but I would like it on my French toast. I'm a sucker for French toast.
French toast is definitely stellar.
I thought you were about to say it
stellar. What's that?
I thought you were about to say it sucks because you hung on the S for a while.
But Asuka rolls outside with Kyrie, but here comes Bailey and Bird Lady now.
But also matching gear.
At least she got out of the way.
Gear with Lyra and with Bailey and Lyra.
So you might have a point. You keep them together for Mania, but it looks like Kyrie and Asuka are having issues already. Asuka kind of pushing Kyrie away, not happy with her.
Well, as any toxic relationship, you expect a breakup at some point.
Right.
You already said it, you get the Kyries and everything. So you do get dissension amongst the Kabukis.
Blueberry pancakes are delicious. This match is delicious. How do you Ricky Martin to induct? You kind of know where we're going to answer, Christian.
Show me the connection. Show me the connection.
There's like connective tissue there somewhere. Kyrie and Asuka could have had potential heated rivalry heading into Mania, but we've gotten nothing from the storyline. Yeah, it's been minimal.
But I think they've been a part of the women's tag team division. I think the women's tag team division has been more of a collective than any one team over the other. I think it's been a unit that's moved together.
Yeah, in a big way. I mean, they've kind of been connected for off and on for so long. I like their dynamic. To kind of Chris's point, like there hasn't been a whole lot of like we're seeing little bits of itsy bitsy bits of
spiders. What?
Yeah, right. Of issues. But yeah, I mean, ultimately they got to push it. If they're going to get there, they got to push it quick.
There you go. Well, I guess I'm getting pushed quick to being Nick is being pushed to being a Knicks fan sooner rather than later. I guess if they're the Buffalo Bills of the NBA, so I have to just embrace the pain, embrace the suffering. Y'all just want me to suffer more.
As we always say on this channel, embrace the Nick.
Whoa, now that doesn't. Your Honor, I would like that stricken from the record.
Oh shit! No, I mean, hey.
No, what the fuck you mean? Jay? No. What do you mean?
Like, what does that mean?
There was no follow-up on that, Your Honor.
I don't think so.
The follow-up or comments redacted as well as the initial question, Your Honor.
I'm just saying. I mean,
what is you saying? This man trying to get rid of me. Hot take: besides the Yankees, New York is a loser sports town. No, the Giants are going to be. Fuck, the Giants are actually going to be, I think, actually solid. They've got a super young core.
Don't they play like New Jersey though?
I mean, technically, if we're going New York, I mean, you have true New York teams. You have the Knicks, the Nets, you have the Rangers. Do you even count the Islanders? Technically, you have the Bills because we're the only football team that actually plays in New York. So yeah, I mean, we've got MVPs and everything. So I think we're doing pretty solid. Hey, but again, embrace the Nick, I guess, if WWE is a Clash in Italy.
Let's go. Clash in Italy. Yeah, has been announced and delivered April 4th. We will be live. We'll be live for all of it, including going to Italy.
Scusi, ha un momento per commentare l'accaduto? Scusi, a tempo.
Yeah, we've even got concierges and everything already lined up out there.
Right. At least the Bills made a Super Bowl since the 80s. That is also, I mean, if you guys are great, you guys had a great run. You just never brought home the bacon.
We were Cody Rhodes. We could never finish the story. Maybe that's why I hate Cody Rhodes, is I relate to him too much.
Right. If they actually ever, Inzaguri, down goes Asuka, and she's fired up is Lyra. Yeah, if they ever win, the place is going to go bananas. Like, it's going to be madness.
Oh, my guy, I'm waiting for the moment to where we're doing a Super Bowl stream, and I'm here as the Buffalo Bills win.
Listen.
I will cry. I will cry.
Yeah, I would suggest everybody, start hugging their loved ones.
Stop
the apocalypse is upon us.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. But folks, we got Kyrie and Bird Lady in the ring, Lyra.
Jimmy Hart and Duck Demolition. Maybe Jimmy would actually not.
Jimmy Hart makes sense. Yeah.
There you go.
I wonder. Yeah, Jimmy makes sense. The ageless wonder that is Jimmy Hart, the best, loyal, biggest friend ever in the history of friends. Like, this guy is awesome. But yeah, Jimmy Hart would make sense.
That's actually not a bad shot at all.
It'd be nice to see Jimmy without him standing next to a guy getting booed.
When it comes crashing down and it hurts inside.
I wonder if you'd come out to that just because.
Nick, as someone who witnessed the Cubs winning a World Series in front of Wrigley, your time will come. Fair enough. I still Moises Alou of that whole moment always lives in infamy.
For sure. I got a friend who's diehard Cubs fan, so was it 98-year drought? That was fucking rough.
Yeah, the Billy Goat's curse.
Billy Goat's curse.
And it's not even Colt Cabana.
2. Or Will Ospreay.
Touche.
Ole.
Tabernacle. We just said we're playing a word game now.
Tag. I think we got the blind tag off the suplex. Asuka chucks Bailey and begins to crawl to
is it a blind tag if I'm looking at you and you look at me and I go, is that a blind tag?
It's a blind tag when I'm in the middle of a suplex and you tag your partner.
Fair.
Jimmy hurt. Oh. I don't know. Jimmy might be like, has anyone checked on Jimmy since his best friend passed away?
Oh, yeah. Be nice to see a Hart without them being a whiny little. Bret Hart slander. I'll take it.
I like it. Oh, big kicks. The match is actually pretty good. Good back and forth. Asuka firing up.
Do you ride or die with Bret because Calgary versus Ontario?
Yeah. I mean,
or Alberta versus Ontario. Sorry.
I think he went through a phase where you're like, fucking Bret. But Bret's gone, like, he's so committed to the gimmick. Now it's just over. So he's still, oh my God, Bailey lands on the table, misses. I think Kyrie saved Asuka, but here comes Bird Lady. The drop kick. We go pinball.
I think it was Asuka saved Kyrie.
7-10 split.
Facts.
Yeah, you stand by Bret. And now it's just great. Grumpy Uncle Bret is the best. And there you go.
Is this with Lyra and Bailey? Is this more of high old guard, meet new guard of Oba Brock? Of you can't even say Roman and Punk or anything, even though Roman likes to call CM Punk old. But is this like a Trick Sammy or anything? High new guard, meet old guard,
kind of, sort of,
meet new guard.
Yeah, except, I mean, like, Lyra's kind of been in that role ever since she got here. Her and Becky went forever. She's been tied to Bailey for over a year, I think now. I think it's been close to a year, if not slightly more. So, yeah, kind of, sort of, you're right. And I think it's just Bailey really taking her under her wing, pun intended. But, yeah, I mean, again, this breaks off. And Lyra has all the tools. She's athletic. She's fit. She's strong. She puts on bangers. It was waiting to see if her personality would grow and develop, and it has.
Lyra or Julia? That's the thing I feel is right now, if those feel kind of like same position, different universe, what have you, of like, it's one of those, like, if you had, those are your 2 draft picks. You got to pick one. Who you picking?
If I had to pick one, Julia, I think overall, I'm going to take Julia just on the idea. I think
I'm proud of you. You didn't pick Julia just because you thought she came with Kiana James.
Shit, I thought that was the bonus. Is that not happening? Shit.
No, that's not included in the trade package.
Right. So Bailey's got a mic and
we run the tag division.
Yeah, pretty much. Next week they're in MSG.
Ooh.
And they booed MSG because they're in Boston.
Fair enough. Again, hey, Boston. Hi, Kevin. How you doing? You're going to have that.
Okay. You got booed at the end of your promo. Tried to save it and it didn't work.
Is Bayley more over with your diehard fans than she will ever be with your casuals at this point?
I think she's super over the casuals. It's the diehards that hate her and think that she's a void of fucking. You're in the Bayley void. Oh, look at this.
NXT Origins. So we're showing, like we had talked about earlier, of who got made from one era of NXT. So now we're literally highlighting NXT Black and Silver of Tiffany Stratton. Because I'd say she's more, like you said, she's more of that than 2.0 of the stars that have been made out of this.
Yeah, and I mean, she touched 2.0, like just to the edge of it, I believe. But ultimately, I think with Tiffany, you know, she had to come a long way, and she's got there really fast, and she's another one that, I mean, they got to put her in better positions, I think. But ultimately, like her having somebody like a Bayley to spend a year with might have been good. But she kind of been fucking around with Jade and Nia. That didn't really help. So she's a star. She's going to be star. She's going to be fine. She's going to be, you know, she'll figure it out. But it's cool to look back and kind of these little origins things they're doing.
Yeah, well, out of not exactly the four horsewomen, but like with like the total divas, how you have the Bellas and you have the Pages that are at the fronts and foremost and everything like that. Is Bayley kind of like a Natalia? You always know she's going to be solid, but she's never been quite at the top.
Bayley's never been quite at the top?
Well,
yeah, no, that's
poor choice of words.
I don't know. I don't get the comparison. Bayley, yeah, no.
Well, pivot to iShow Speed, learning how to smooth operator with.
There you go. Hey, Dragon Lee, iShow Speed.
iShow Speed is going to have a match in, if not 2026, in 2027.
Probably give them one at WrestleMania because they're, again, I feel
he'll
like
have a moment, but not a match. He'll have a match later on.
Yeah. I'm going to start calling it clickbait booking. Like, it's clickable, but it ain't shit.
Is there anything where Dragon Lee's got the whole dragon face paint under his mask?
The face paint under the mask?
Well, no, I just noticed that with Dragon Lee. I saw scales under the eyes and everything. I was like, what are you?
He going all out.
Okay, bro. I respect, but what?
Right. I mean, if you're going to do it, go big.
Fair enough.
Penta better keep his title. I hope. I think Finn's my hero here tonight, but I don't know if I want that him to drop it. But Javon's back again, the MVP of Monday Night Raw tonight. We're good.
Well, and I really like how they're slow playing his build and everything. Like Trick's one that's caught fire. Oba's clearly caught fire. Of Javon, we can let you smolder a little bit. We can simmer saute out here. But yeah, I wasn't just expecting to go full hard. I know Penta does it too. You know, got even in case Sean Ross Sapp needs to sit there and catch a picture of me on mask. I got paint underneath it.
Right, you could get all the paint, cover it up quick.
Right.
Penta is keeping the title. He had a huge promo on Triple A, how he will be defending the title there. They aren't taking. Yeah, I'm completely with you, Boston. Nothing indicates that they're ready to do that. I think you can kind of do the open challenge, maybe not call it an open challenge, but very similar to what they did in WWE, what they did on SmackDown. It was, kind of having Dragon Lee come out last week, have just a really good match, give him time, let him cook. The Penta's going to do well, and I think they know that. And he's popular, he's over, he's selling shit. So, yeah, I'm all for it. Let's go.
Apparently, I'm a sucker for a multi-person ladder match because do you get a multi-person ladder match for the IC belt out there?
I think you could. You get Bouncy and Dragon Lee, Penta, maybe
A
Phoenix,
Grande.
maybe a Grande.
Hey, what do you say? We throw a Grande, we throw a Dom. Well, no, Dom would be fighting Finn. You get an Ilian Carmelo. You throw somebody in there.
Right. It's not terrible. I mean, it's funny. Certain people just seem like they're meant to be on, like they're destined to kind of hit a stride and be on camera and be, entertaining. And Javon to me is one of those kids that just, it didn't matter what job he picked, he was going to be the standout. Like he's got this natural charisma, super comfortable. Like this kid at 22 years old. There's veterans we've been watching for decade plus that aren't as comfortable on camera as Javon. It's crazy. Kid is super talented.
Right. Well, speaking of natural charisma, if you want to be to the channel that's got the natural charisma out there, just seeping through the pores, save yourself from bad wrestlers, bad reactors, and everything. Oh, I show speed now, Pierce. Sorry.
Pierce and I show speed.
Ah!
Oh, let's go. Speedhausen.
But even he's pausing for the putt now.
Who are you? And he's throwing the hand up. He knows.
Speedhausen.
Oh, 180 million followers.
Yep, checks out.
180 million followers? Yep, checks out.
But I even like that Danhausen's. It's so funny of how this guy never has to wrestle, never has to do this. He can just do this for the rest of his fucking career. He'll sell merch. He'll get a fucking pop the whole time.
Oh, no. He cursed Speed. Speed's going to take another spear.
Bro, break here. Look out. I like how Pierce is like, you have that. That ain't what I'm at. Right? Let me go away. You're cursed. You go on about yourself.
Right? Now you want Speed to go back to his fan base and start talking about how he was cursed on Raw.
That's the thing, is now you're going to have I Show Speed fans who know how Danhausen is.
Right? Man, I was shocked to see Danhausen doing a fucking Conan interview. Are you kidding me? The kid's doing it.
Did you see Stone Cold Steve Danhausen? There, lad.
Right. As we go back to last Friday, Pierce is like keeping that hoodoo away from me. Yeah, 100%. Go that way. Go that way. And he curses.
That voodoo.
Maybe want to shoot.
Well, I like this though for Mania. I want to keep my legacy. Now, I think I brought it up. Well, I think you were on a pause. I don't know if we fully talked about it, of the idea of Ethan Page, Ricky Saints, Randy Orton, new legacy.
New legacy. I mean, that'd be, interesting. I mean, it would really put the younger folk on kind of on a plateau real quick. Randy's the guy to do it. I even thought, I know Randy beat up Cardona to put this in. Randy turn him. I don't know. Cardona, is he out for a while now? He got Pillman eyes. How does that tie into all this?
I mean, imagine that Cardona. Randy Orton's already broken your arm with a steel chair, and the crowd chants, "One more time. One more time."
Right.
I don't think you do any big shifts like that till post Mania, till probably Randy gets 15 at that point. Like, we could walk into the week after WrestleMania, Randy Orton's your world champion, Roman Reigns is your world champion.
Right. 100%. I mean, it definitely could be a thing. And I think the fans are kind of hoping for some change, some new vibes, some new energy. And you want to come out of Mania feeling really good about the company and what they're booking. So, I mean, we're getting the replay right now of Randy stomping on Cardona. I'm sorry, and I've said it before, I'll say it again. We're not going to boo Uncle Randy. We're not going to do it.
Never. You never boo Uncle Randy at the cookout there, but Till 5 Wrestling saying, wow, hope we can get this size crowd next time we go live. Well, let's hope we can keep growing this. Keep spreading the good gospel of wrestling up there.
Right? We want to be in triple digits, but welcome, sir. Or ma'am, or both.
They, thems, the bigger the community spreads, the more, takes over. We're taking over the world out there. And again, the IWC has become toxic, and now it's gone almost nuclear at this point. So now just come over to the WFU to where we can actually have intelligent and intellectual conversations.
Right. The IWC is bad for your health.
No, I think the Surgeon General's warning has said that. They've said that. It's not just us saying it. They've said it too.
Cody's going to be on the Pat McAfee show talking about the brutal attacks of Randy Orton.
Oh, so he's going to show up all bruised and battered and bug-eyed and everything.
It's going to get a lot of headlines on Dynamite Wednesday. The IWC isn't a real guy. The hell you say? They don't all morph into one big giant fucking monster? What do you mean? Bullshit.
It's morphin' time.
Raptors lead 31-26. All right, thank you.
Oh, EO and Kyrie let me help you, baby. Come back. You can blame it all on me.
So how do they get into the three? Okay, let's say they run the triple threat. Well, let's say it's true.
Mm-hmm.
So what? EO tries to help Kyrie. Kyrie says, I hate you. But how do you get to the triple threat opposed to just EO and...
Because Kyrie feels obligated. Obligated.
Oh my God, that's a big woman. The back attack is on the screen, folks. Raquel towering over EO.
It's so funny because it's EO, so that makes Raquel look so goddamn big.
Huge.
Fucking huge, dude. Fucking huge, dude. But no, you get Kyrie that she feels like she's obligated to where she's got to fight because Asuka is putting her into this, so it's theoretically on paper supposed to be a 2-on-1, but Kyrie is conflicted. EO is trying to fight for Kyrie's, sake and everything. And Asuka's fighting for the control. What?
EO's gonna fight Raquel, just pending Pierce's approval.
Fair enough. But we are getting Dom Mysterio coming out right now.
Yeah, we are.
I sensed a Liv Morgan hiccup there.
Oh! Yo!
Stephanie just jumping the shit out of and just beats up Dom too. You can get one too with a 2-piece with a soda on the side.
This makes me feel like it's even, if you thought Dom was going to win tonight, your odds just went down.
Oh!
Huge.
I like when they can play with the LED screens of Liv throws Steph into it and, one of the screens goes black for a minute. So we're literally fighting through Gorilla and hey, they've shown us Unreal. Tama Tonga shouldn't get fined because they've just done all of what he did on Unreal.
True. As these women are just, hair pulling and screaming. I've seen enough of these videos.
But it's interesting. It's all about, she's literally crawling over people to try and get to Stephanie because it's all about privilege. If you forget, Liv went through of, I'm just a nobody on old school NXT.
Right.
And clawed to get to where she's at versus Stephanie, to some people, was plucked.
Yeah, true. A lot of people felt that way, but at the end of the day, that wasn't really what it was. It was more of a showing.
Well, it was a showcase. That was that where Tony learned his lesson of
I voted wrong.
I don't showcase talent because my talent will just get snatched over there. I just pick the talent that's been showcased.
Yeah. We talked about it before. you bringing in the athletes. Now, you notice Tony Khan, here's something that we haven't thought about. And we talked about the impact of AEW on WWE, but what about the other way? Some of the TNA talent that have signed and been kind of lost, would they have just come in for a per appearance kind of thing? Or would they now he feels like he has to sign them. So he's putting contracts on them. He's giving them a year, giving them 2 years, giving them 3 years. But before, you had those one-offs. But when you have a one-off and somebody does good, here comes WWE to scoop up Dragon Lee or scoop up Vancouver. So you can't play that game anymore.
Always learning the game. It's very much one of those of, hey, we've even talked about it, let me snatch you away from there because I know it'll hurt them. I'll do with you what I feel like. If I get around you, we get around you. But let me make sure that you don't become an issue over there. And he locks people into 2-3 year deals and everything. It's not you show up on a Rampage or a Dark or anything, because that's not a thing anymore. Now you just get thrown to the obligatory Ring of Honor, paradigm to where you're Deonna Purrazzo, you're the Iconics, you just get thrown out there to sit and suffer.
Is it crazy? The Iconics, I think, opened a lot of people's eyes. And I would love to hear Alvarez or Meltzer or the Sickos explain to me how you justify signing former tag champs of multiple companies, everyone in your fan base getting excited about it. They get introduced on a house show essentially, and then I know, but they could have done it the night before. And then they're gone. They lose and they're gone. How does anybody explain that? How does anybody justify that? If that was the WWE signing them, like, look at people freaking out. Oh, look at Julia's booking. They're ruining her. Look at fucking Penta's booking. They're ruining them. Are you sure? Are you sure?
You're so worried about how WWE is using ex-AEW talent that you're not worried about how AEW talent's using currently AEW talent.
Yeah.
I know you and I both crashed out of you're seriously going to have them show up, sign up, they debut on your Prime TV, you job them out. Like, that wasn't even, they just lost. No, they got squashed. Mm-hmm. And then you just send them all the way to Ring of Honor. That is the most, we took you away from the other team so they can't sign you kind of vibe.
Yeah, 100%. As here comes Penta.
Right, well, here comes Penta as I'm going to Penta away.
Commentary lost on talking about Judgment Day's hair. Maybe a sign the advert's too long. No shit, eh? Just wandering into nothing. It happens here, my guys. So I can only imagine. I know they're pros and they got to have it dialed in, but even, like, oh shit, are we back to how much can we talk about these people just standing around doing nothing? Finn Balor costing Dom tonight for sure. And the idea that if you just tuned in, Liv Morgan has been taken out by Stephanie Vancouver as they are battling in the back, being pulled apart. So one of Dominic's aces in the hole that sounds so wrong, is not available to help him tonight. So the odds are against Dom. I don't see it. I don't. Like Boston said, he's talked about defending the IC title in AAA. I think he's fine. I'm convinced Pat McAfee is only for college frat boys and kids. I don't know anyone who actually watches that dude. I don't watch Pat consistently. Again, maybe just not my cup of tea, kind of wanders into some stuff. I love Pat as a wrestling personality. I like Pat as a commentator or a color man on the commentary team. His show, I tune in when they're like a wrestler or someone's going to be on it, or if I'm bored and I'm looking for something on YouTube and it happens to be live. That's a fair argument. I don't know. I'll put it out there. I think Nick's a pretty big fan of it. So I'm curious if anyone else in the chat watches the Pat McAfee show. He filmed some in Miami. Recognize Taco Bell. Of course you would. Of all things, we know you're going to fucking... I know that. Dogs, another example. Now, I mean, the Dogs might be one of the examples that actually save the accusation where the TNA fans or some fans in the on the internet believe that AEW is purposely tanking TNA talent. But the Dogs come in not from TNA but from New Japan. Is it just anybody? Is it Tony, remember Vince used to do it as well? Like, Tony feels the need to beat people coming in from other companies to show that he has, Jumpstart by Dom Dom. Crowd boos. You know what I mean? Like, is it just anybody that comes in from anywhere? You're going to lose because our talent is better. This is where the best wrestle. So if you show up here, you're going to take L's. The Dogs losing makes no sense. The Dogs lost the trios match at the pay-per-view. Gabe loses the coffin match. It's bad booking. It's bad decision-making. It's bad onboarding. But we are off and running. How did the fans feel about this one? As YouTube has changed up the polls. That's interesting. 19% going Dom. Wow. 63 Penta. 18 going nobody. I think Penta's going to win. Shenanigans to ensue. Facts. This one's going to be booked heavy. I mean, Steph and... So we get the pendulum drop kick in the corner. Signature Penta. And Dom Dale. Dom rolling out. Dale in the chat. Right? How you doing, Box? AEW fans say losses don't matter as long as you kick out 110 times. It's funny because the fans out there that say wins and losses don't matter, which there's a degree of truth in that. As we go to commercial break, Dom Penta for the IC title. Right now I'm getting the wrestlers selling insurance, which is hilarious. If wins and losses don't matter, then you can't say that and then jump on the internet and with all your tweets about they just buried this person, they just buried that. Well, if wins and losses don't matter, then it's impossible to bury someone. The problem is wins and losses do have a perception, and top guys win. Guys that aren't top guys might lose more. Bottom guys lose a lot. And that's your role until you're not in that role. You know, maybe Triple H, a great example. The guy gets punished. He eats L's for a year. If that was modern day wrestling, the fans would have been so baffled. Oh, they buried this guy. Hunter's so good. He's got so much potential. And they just keep beating him. But when they turned him on to winning and changed his gimmick, boom, everyone forgot he was a loser for a year. You see what I mean? So wins and losses have some relevance. You can't just, but you can't say both. You can't say both. It adamantly mean both. It's too opposing. KJ Nick, I've heard Chris Hero was the one to tell Ricochet to take down the post. I can't say for certain. I don't know if that's true. Does that surprise me? Not really. I mean, Chris Hero seems like a pretty reasonable guy. And probably smart. I mean, maybe Chris Hero has some of that connected to his life, as far as, people affected by the disease or similar disease. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's completely asinine. Completely ridiculous that, like, in Meltzer, in an attempt to, like, defend the situation, so an attempt to kind of save face for Ricochet, he accidentally throws AEW under the bus because he gets on his show, and again, the Tuna Meltzer spin is a thing of beauty. It doesn't matter if you have him dead to rights. He'll move those goalposts. He'll change the narrative. He'll change the dynamic. And that's what he does. So in an attempt to save Ricochet from the bullshit, he goes, Ricochet wasn't prompted to do it. He did it by choice after a friend advised him to do so. But now you made Tony Khan and AEW look bad because they should have stepped up. I guarantee you, if it was one of the other companies and their employee behaved that way, they'd be quickly corrected. However, he wasn't. If it took Chris Hero, there's so many people that should have told him to take that down within 14 hours, and Chris Hero is way down on that list. How many other people did he see that night or that day or his wife? And I know, listen, I don't condone any death threats. I don't condone that. The toxic is toxic no matter what direction it comes from. as down goes Dom. Penta flying over. Tope con hilo. But yeah, that's my take on that. Is there were so many other people involved in that company, involved with Ricochet, who should have said, that's maybe too much. And again, I'm not hurt by it. It's not a bleeding heart. I know the assholes out there instantly go into like, oh, virtual signaling. Blah, blah, blah. It's not that case. It's just what's right, what's wrong, and how we should conduct ourselves. 2 count. But ultimately, somebody should have told them to take it down. Somebody should have told them not to double down and call the internet pussies, because people have every right to be offended by that kind of shit. And again, it goes both ways. So Penta is in control. I'm not sure. I don't think you guys are on commercial break right now. But yeah, the whole situation is bad. I don't think the guy should be fired and canceled and never seen again. I just think he should take down his shit, be smarter, and be punished for it in some capacity. A fine, make a donation. 2 big 2 count. Lano's really grew up in the Wild West of the internet. Oh my God. I mean, the dynamic of everything's changed so much, Jose. I agree, Boston. I think that was a business thing for Triple H, because you notice how he killed sports entertainment and now he's more of a sports lead wrestling business guy. That's an interesting comment. I wonder what Boston said to kind of give me context. But the crowd's murmuring. Penta's trying to get up. Dom's still in control. I'm convinced Pat McAfee is the only... Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Penta for the win. Let's go. Keep clicking those reaction buttons. Keep clicking those hearts. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. And Penta setting up the Canadian Destroyer. JD getting involved. And Dominic with the drop kick. Penta down. Is he going to do it? 619. And here comes Finn Balor. As predicted. It's so predictable. It's good. It's predictable. It's okay as long as it's good. Speaking of good.
Speaking of predictable, I walked right into it and I intended to. But yeah, as Finn's now taking out JD, but no one decided they want to do, and I feel like a hero can say, well, I'm not gonna stand here with right there. It was like, no one's gonna make that joke. It's right there. No one's gonna make that joke.
Chris Hero wasn't worth it.
Well, Cassius, yeah. Well, and even then, as Penta gets the win, I missed where he got the win, but so Finn causes the distraction, and now we get Finn and Dom.
Oh, Finn's got Dom. Bad night for the Judgment Day as Liv gets in a brawl with Steph. JD McDonough's already been popped by Finn. Now Dom loses and gets hit with a sling blade.
Are you okay with, the mid heels get their comeuppance a little bit right now versus, Brock gets a pass. Everything's stagnant. Now the mid heels have their issue kind of reach a boil.
Oh shit, Finn's gonna fly. Wow.
Hey.
Let's go. Con Hilo.
Con Balor.
Oh shit, he hasn't enough. Yeah, I don't mind. I mean, again, we're trying to build up the heat, and this went from they were together up until like 2 weeks ago. So now we got to turn it up a notch. And right now, JD's taking all the bumps for Dom.
Well, you're gonna get a JD versus Finn match before you get a Finn versus Dom match. As Finn's going up for the Coupe de Grayson. Yeah. Oh, Dom's running away though.
Right. Will you accept? There goes my hero.
I was right there.
That's a better choice.
I will take that.
Point for Lady B.
I was contemplating it, but yeah. whole shotgun drop kicking in the corner from Finn, setting up the coup de Gracie. Yeah. I don't need to know who told Ricochet not to be a piece of shit. How about just Ricochet not be a piece of shit?
Well, like I said, I mean, we're getting the end of this. Dom has run away, and we get the coup de grace to the chest of McDonough, but we are in a collision course. Dom, Finn will be happening. But yeah, I mean, Dave Meltzer panic defends, and in an attempt to panic defend Ricochet, he kind of throws Tony and the company under the, like it took Chris Hero. Where was everyone else? Was Chris Hero the only one home? What happened?
Yeah, but it shouldn't even take, honestly, as we're getting the Nickelback. Oh, Black Betty, Bam Bam, Nickelback. We're getting the Nickelback shout out of it. Honestly, to me, it shouldn't take somebody telling you fucked up. You should know as a man you fucked up with that. I know you said your piece on all of this, but to me, that's disgusting, deplorable behavior. I don't give a shit about what's been said to you or anything like that. You are a professional.
Yeah.
We've had, and I know for a fact, and we've even shared it amongst ourselves, that we've had similar, if not worse, things said to us just doing this, let alone of all of that which he was getting before all of this. Like, you just chose to be an asshole and your hand got caught in the cookie jar. You gotta deal with what you caught. Twitter Trevor wasn't a new thing. It's been a thing.
For sure. As we're getting the tail of the tape between Brock and Oba. No, but that becomes the dilemma. And this idea that anybody that shows compassion, you're automatically labeled as you're signaling or you don't mean it, you don't care. I saw some asshole out there, you don't even care about this person. And then to go as far as to put down a donation, which great that you did that, but to like kind of prove a point, it's almost more slimy, more greasy, and continues the legacy. And I'm not going to bring it up and go deep into it, but when you're doing shit like that, it's greasy. Like, to avoid the fact of who you have portrayed yourself as by hundreds of people, thousands maybe, that see you for the piece of grime that you are, and then you go to your way to like give a donation almost in spite. Fuck off.
Well, there's a reason why they're called spiteful and everything. So there's a reason why that kind of fits into all of that. Because again,
greasy shit.
That's the wrestling business, brother. Of how can I be greasy? How can I grease the wheels out here? How can I make sure I look good without being an honest and genuine human being?
Right.
That's really some of these fuckers out here.
Oh, yeah.
Self-preservation more of being a decent human being.
Punk and Jimmy.
Oh.
Punk and Jimmy.
Jimmy's the sensible one out of the Usos. Jay's.
Oh. Here comes Punk.
What?
Nothing. I sent a comment to the wrong place.
Fair enough. I got you.
I told the world I will be right back
right now.
So I'll be back in 2 seconds.
You're good. KJ's got to go find what looks in his eyes. What do you see? As the entire crowd is singing along with it. I think what's made the Roman Punk segments work so well is no one's deviated from who they are. No one's really ever shifted from, well, that's not something that Roman Reigns would say. That's not something CM Punk would say. It's a la Cap, Iron Man, Marvel Universe, fucking Batman, Superman. Well, that's how Roman would act in this, and that's how Punk would act in this. So no one's deviated too much, so no one's truly the heel in this. But I think everything's great around it. Christian. Nick, I know you disagree on Ricky Martin inducting. I just don't get why, sir. Outside of you just want to find any way and every way that you can slide Ricky Martin into a conversation. I don't know what connection he has to be inducting Demolition. If you'd like to explain it to me. We're all ears. Trust me. We are all ears. We are waited with bated breath to hear you, Christian, explain why Ricky Martin should induct Demolition into the Hall of Fame. As we go to commercial break, as I've got CM Punk on the ring post. CM Punk is like Eric Cartman the whole time. And CM Punk. Dale, what up? Boston. It's talking on the mic time, Punk, not clobbering time. No, he always, paying homage to the Thing from the Fantastic Four. It's clobbering time. Paul Boston. I didn't even see your comment. I wrote this. Fair enough. Well, I save hive mind of all complain. Oh, I got that. Yeah. Christian, Nick, because who else should induce them into the Hall of Fame? Casey brought up a good example of Jimmy Hart, I threw out there of Undertaker. You could get just generic producer number 5 that comes out and inducts them. I don't know if they really fully put an emphasis on them getting inducted. AJ is going to be your focus, and Steph's going to be your focus. Beyond that, I think, and Rodman will be your number 3. Those are going to get your actual big, notable moments and notable speakers. I think Demolition, etc., are just, they're going to get who they get. Just saying. Lady B, Punk coming out and saying, it's conversation time. Yeah, it would be weird as hell. Hive mind. Well, I'm part of that. More high mind than hive mind, but I get what you're saying. Appreciate you. Nick, I will continue to ask the question, why doesn't AEW have a chosen one? I think they do. And I think it is very much Maxwell Jacob Friedman. He is over and beyond their chosen one. He, to me, is the guy they've stuck the fucking flagpole in. They did the whole devil storyline around him. They gave him CM Punk. They've given him the World Championship. Now, again, they essentially fed Hangman Adam Page's whole main event run to MJF. MJF is the one that's out there getting, Happy Gilmore 2 deals, getting Hollywood deals and everything. Maxwell's the guy that out of the pillars, let's look at the actual pillars that they had. Jack Perry. Right now,
I'll show you a pillar.
Well, now. Don't after the stream. But so here you can participate in this exercise. So all of the pillars and everything that are AEW. Jack Perry right now. Pillar or no pillar, right now, just
a pillar made of sand.
North American champion, hanging out with Luchasaurus. Yeah.
John Moxley is their golden boy.
No, it's Maxwell. World champ.
They love Moxley.
No, he's Orange Cassidy. He's Orange Cassidy without sunglasses.
Did you hear what Jimmy
He's the new babyface that they throw out there. Watch what I say.
One half of the tag team champions, Jey Uso, is on warpath tonight.
You see Zilla show up and just smack the taste out this man?
This could be very interesting. Remember, Roman's in the building, and we haven't really seen or talked about Roman much tonight. But Jay's on a warpath. Jimmy said so.
But it's also different than what we saw last week when Roman was in the building. We saw a lot of Roman talking to the Usos of, well, he didn't apologize. You better da.
Right.
Are we getting a new bloodline? You even have Tama telling Solo, you sound just like Roman.
Yeah. Okay. Jay gonna attack someone. Okada is a golden boy. That's interesting.
No, he's the guy that would sign with Golden Boy Promotions.
You got all the
Roman's gotta bring up
Samoans in
Larry or
Samoa.
something. What?
Punk saying, I got all the Samoans in Samoa mad at me.
Girl Scout cookies? What? Well, does Roman have to really start to push the envelope of does he mention in Larry? Does he mention in AJ Lee? Does he? You can't just fall back on the crux of this dispute. Can't be you're old.
It can't be. There's got to be deeper. Punk's already gone deeper, and Punk's already talking about the Samoans again, like swinging at the fucking family.
I'm not going to call you by your name, Takahashi, whatever, but you know, I won't even call you Joe because I like another Samoan Joe.
Right? Joe. Remember, Joe was there when he choked out Perry.
Yeah. That was the match that they had right after that.
Right?
It was him, Joe, and Malachi that were the ones holding Phil back.
I thought it was one of, if not his best match in AEW. It was such a good match. The crowd was so into it. Him and Joe tore it down, and then he walked off in the tunnel, never to be seen again.
I had to remember that you were talking about Phil and CM Punk, or like Joe in that match, and not just Joe trying to hold Phil back.
Right?
Now they very much have given
my young boy. He's referring to Roman as his young boy.
He said it to Jimmy and Jay. He said it to Roman last week. Punk just learned a New Japan term and is just running with it. It's the one time when you learn a new vocab word and you just keep using it. What?
Daniel Bryan. Let's go. The crowd goes nuts. I give Daniel credit. The guy's been super over forever.
Daniel Bryan should be a sort of figure for AEW.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it'd be great to have him on TV. The fans get to do this all the time and shit.
Well, even then, have him as your authority figure. We're going to make the yes. You take him off commentary.
Perfect.
And you actually, he's been on your committees before. Mm-hmm. He looks like he'd be a guy who'd be a straight shooter. There you go.
Men just like Roman does. Yeah, he's like, I have gray whiskers. Just say, there's nothing wrong with gray whiskers.
My age, what? Fuck me. Why are you so hung up on this being old shit, Phil?
Well, that was his big punchline. He's got to answer it. Old man Phil. Terry Funk. Yeah, let's go. Nolan Ryan. Gordie Howe. All the old guys that stayed forever. Brett Favre. I made that one up.
No, you can't do that.
Yeah, I know. I can't talk about him either.
Still indicted.
It's bullshit. Can't talk about nobody.
Ted DiBiase.
Mr. Wrestling. Is he going to refer to himself as Mr. Wrestling?
He does just, no, he needs a haircut. He needs either to slick it back or a haircut. He can't keep doing Beavis CM Punk.
It's just, it's getting like bigger and bigger each week.
Set my soul on fire.
Right? LeBron's 41. Good age. I mean, see, 41's not old.
Well, trust me, I'm 37, and you're seeing athletes that they're like in the NFL, and they're like, they're 35. They're in the twilight of their career. I'm like, what the fuck did you just say?
Yeah, it's crazy when you enter into that part of your life where people that you saw their rookie year are now having their last year. Like, fuck.
Retiring, yeah.
Last week.
This old man dropped you on your ass. Yeah, but Roman was laughing because I got in your head, Phil. I got in your head.
Mm-hmm. I think part of this narrative here is almost Punk's ability to answer the critics, the fans up there. Oh, Punk's old. Why is he even champion? He washed up. He's broken, Phil.
So he's doing Collision, Punk. He's doing Hanks on the AEW Championship Red Satchel. CM Punk of just answering critics, of answering voices, of I can still go. It's not my fault. I'm not old. I'm not.
I might be old, but I can still go.
Not be fighting against everybody's that said anything against him.
Right? It's just I ain't as good as I once was.
I was good once, as I ever
was. Yeah, let's go. That's all he's saying. Now I kind of want him interrupted any second.
He's been saying it.
Yeah. But I think that's the premise, right? A lot of the fans say it. I mean, again, Roman's got to have a heavier punch as far as the response goes. Some people have contested that Punk's 3-0 on Roman here, and that and he knocked him down with a punch. But here we go.
Oh.
Jay. And Punk's still trying to talk.
And I love though that Punk's I'm gonna keep talking over you. I'll talk right into the camera.
Oh shit. Is he gonna do the yeet? Is he gonna yeet me to death? Hashtag yeet me to death. What is up with Jay? Jay just mad at everybody.
But are we getting Bloodline 2.0, 3.0?
Yo, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Punk dying to get beat up.
Right, it's selling so good. I know we're both battle rap fans. Have even, this got me doing this shit and everything. But you said this might be 3-0. I got this a 2-1, one way or the other here. But this is a really great back and forth.
Here as is old Punk. Yeah, right. But I like it where, you're not just standing there waiting for the guy to get in the ring and start talking shit. You're running. You're like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? What do you got? You're getting in his face. You're trying to fuck with him. And
go ahead. Come on. Say shit like you're grown. Say shit like you're grown. But does Jay mention the old stuff to diffuse it from Roman? So when Roman comes out here and says the hot fire, that it lands different.
For sure.
Because allegedly we're still going to get Roman. We got about, at best, maybe 7 to 10 minutes here.
That's the question. Oh, wait a minute. Who's whoa-whoaing? Is that Jimmy? Who's whoa-whoaing? Oh, it's Jimmy. What are you doing out here? I like this.
Well, because Jimmy's been the mediator, been the in-between, been the reason.
No, Jimmy's going to be the one that kicks Punk. We're about to get a heel turn from the Usos.
I said a heel turn, though, if family stays with family.
They'll start booing it, though. The fans won't. I mean, I expect the fans, but they're setting up to kick him.
Yeah, the way he's
I don't know.
They whoop the
shit out of Punk, and then Roman walks out without breaking a sweat, and Punk's already been tapped. Like, I think this works, man.
The way they're talking to each other,
yeah, look at Jimmy.
Not looking at him, they're both going to set up for the double super kick.
Watch Jimmy. I don't trust him.
He got everything to do with us. Jay. Hey, folks, if you ever want to know what me and Cage are like, post or pre-stream, you got a good look.
Yo, Jimmy. Jay is freaking the fuck out. Oh, okay. Roman, no beatdown yet.
They do it all together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this idea that somehow that Jimmy and Jay don't cut promos, they're perfectly fine at fucking promos. They're above average. They cut clean promos, and they've been doing it for a long time.
Oh, hey, for everybody that's a hardcore Bucks fan of even then on their BTE and everything, say, what's the best tag team outside of AEW? They instantly say the Usos.
The Usos are one of the greatest tag teams of all time. One of the things that hindered the Usos was the booking at their time when they basically went back and forth with the New Day for years. But
is it one of those when
no problem with
is it the level of competition? It's one of those type of things to where you don't always recognize how great somebody was because they were beating out nobodies. They were beating out this person and that person. There was no 1A, 1B, even a 1C to their challenge.
No, for sure. But I mean, again, this fallacy that the Usos haven't been cutting solid promos and have highlight reels out there on the internet of their big moments. They got no problem with the microphone. I have no problem with them cutting promo. They're in the upper percentile of, as far as the class goes or the group goes. There's a lot of people that don't even come fucking close to them. And I'm not saying they're the best, but they're nowhere near the worst.
Them over FTR, Jimmy better. Them over FTR, Jimmy better promo than Jay.
Jimmy's a good promo. I like Jimmy a lot. Jay's more fiery, less controlled, but this is a weird stare down. Punk just being arrogant. Punk just standing there grinning, staring this man in the face. What you gonna do?
But even then, think about is part of the ticket sales, is part of the movement of we get Roman Reigns. We're getting sing songs before this man even speaks.
They're loud as shit. It's madness, Nick.
If you don't have a vibe or at all that this doesn't feel any sort of WrestleMania feel to you,
yeah.
What's going on? Do you need a wellness check? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, again, and what are you looking for? And when you're watching wrestling, I'd rather watch this all day than watch, two guys I'm not interested in do like some really cool flip tricks and land through some tables when I don't care, or flip a car. I mean, I'm in for the soap opera that this is provided.
Everybody stopped and watched Tony Hawk try and hit a 900.
Oh, wait a minute.
Was out there seeing who was hitting kick flips.
And there goes Jay! Jay gets
and Jimmy right on top, too.
Oh,
Superman
shit.
punch again. Family united.
Sucker Superman punch, for the record. Punch that man in the back of the head.
I don't give up.
Neither does he.
Yeah, no, it's one of those. If I swing, you swing. We're playing like Skip to Malu. Mm-hmm. And instantly, Adam Pearce and all the security get involved.
Security's out. Punk's down. The Usos getting pushed out. Jason.
But so
Jordan
we've got the bloodline again. We got
signs.
Some
signs.
We've got a smattering, a splattering. Like, beep, beep. We've got droplets. We've got droplets beep, beep. Instead of a full bloodline.
Right, just getting closer and closer. Right, just the pulse is picking up. Beep beep. Look, Roman says, "Fuck it, I'm going in."
Well, even Jay's hyping up Roman.
Yeah, go get him. Get him. Sick of this man shit.
He disrespected our family. You go and get him. You go and make sure that he respects us.
You got too cocky. You got too arrogant.
This is exactly where we were with the bloodline of Jay was the hip hop hype man and everything. I'm the one that's going to gas Roman up.
Get out. The crowd is buzzing. Horrible promo, Jordan. You're killing me.
What?
Right. Out of 5, how excited are you for Punk and Roman?
Make this man bleed.
CM
Punk has to be busted open by the time we're done here.
Sure, let's go.
Goes into the ring post. We're gonna get the
here we
Shield
go.
Powerbomb.
Shield Powerbomb. They should have got the cousins to set it up though. Let's go.
Do the cousins with it.
Crowd goes bananas. Sorry, Nick.
That's a hell of a visual right there. Roman looking back at CM Punk just decimated through a table.
The over-the-shoulder of WrestleMania logo. 10 out of 10. We're going to get back to it. I'm pretty excited about this now. Like, they've hyped it up enough. I'm probably a solid 4 out of 5. Like, I think this is going to be good. It's going to be theater. There's a lot of possibilities as Roman is just laying waste to Punk. But Punk asked for this. Punk was standing there with his hands behind his back, and he thought he could get away with fucking with Jay. I'm going to keep fucking with Jay. But he forgot, like, you push Jay too far, you push everybody too far. They didn't come alone, and he's paying the price.
How much does this right now, all of this, is Roman's? I think he's going to go back another time.
One more time. The fans are fucking nuts now.
Bloodletting, fucking gladiators out here. My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius.
Is Punk laughing? Roman's pissed.
But Roman's visuals are on a whole other level. Like, Roman's going to be the next guy that's an action hero. But even then, so all of this incorporated, does this
What do you say? I'm not the one. I don't
I'm
need
not
help.
I'm not the
that
one
needs
who
help.
needs help.
Yo, Roman, hit the brakes. Oh, we go off the air.
Oh.
I thought he was going to turn back around one more time.
But even that's still does that alone, does that sell you WrestleMania? Like, what percentage of that right there makes you want to buy WrestleMania? Makes you want to strap on and strap in, sells you of WrestleMania is what I need to see.
That's a big part of it, I think, for sure. I think there's other pieces that are falling into place that I'm very excited about. But, I mean, as far as night 2 main event, the marquee matchup.
Close out.
Yeah, to close it all down, Nick, are you pumped to get to Sunday night and see what happens between Punk and Roman and now the Bloodline? Yeah, 100%. I'm excited. I'm ready to go. I want to get there. I want to see what it's like. I want to see how this story plays out. They've got me sold. Even Punk laughing at the end, like I got what I wanted, similar to what we saw with Paul. Yeah, I took a beating. I lost the battle, but the war is still afoot.
You have nothing with all of your power to beat me down. Even then, he's sitting there saying, I'm not the one who needed help. That to me, all of this right now is WrestleMania 42. That's what I'm buying a ticket for. That's what I'm strapped on and strapped in for. That's what I'm tuning in for. The Brock, the Oba stuff that we saw tonight, the Seth stuff, if it starts to accumulate and percolate and everything around there's getting to where we're filling out the painting, we're filling out the package, but that is the meat and potatoes of this situation is Roman and Punk. That is why I'm there. That feels at this point close out, heavyweight hitter, knockout, drag out, main event match.
Yeah, they've built it in a way, and I see our buddy Boston. I mean, I believe that Boston, one of his gripes was the lack of physicality. Here we are. Now we've exploded the keg. So I'm glad you said it was better because I think they kind of gave you what you've been looking for. And I can kind of feel like I was waiting for this to kind of blow up. Tonight it felt like it blew up in a big way. And there's still mind games to be played. I mean, it's not like the Usos made a definitive step in either direction. Obviously signs of it, Jimmy, kind of encouraging Roman to go back at him, but they're all pissed. And I think Punk fucked around and got the worst of it. And yeah, I'm super excited. I mean, tonight was good for that. Oba Brock, I can't wait for that match. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. Becky, AJ Lee, I'm not that excited for, but they kind of sold me pretty good on it tonight. Dom Finn, I'm pretty excited about it.
Tonight was a really good night on selling you of what we know is going to happen at WrestleMania. You even weren't the biggest fan of AJ Lee, Becky, and you were even like, I got scared when AJ Lee was hitting vocal cords and everything during her promo. Dom Finn, you've now set that up of Dom's, running away up the entrance or up the steps of the crowd. Yeah, and Finn's just eyeing him down. You've done a really good job of laying out the card without telling you verbatim what's going to be there.
Yeah, and again, some things are obvious. We expect them. We knew we were going to get AJ and Becky. We knew we were going to get Finn and Dom. And again, I use the example all the time. Like a lot of movies we go to, we know kind of who might not die in this movie. Who's going to make it to the end? Who's going to be in the post-credit scenes because they're still alive? We know it's obvious. We know who the heroes are, and we know who the villains are. We know how it goes. However, it's the journey, it's the path, it's the story to get there. And I believe that even with having that dialed in, there are question marks. Could Roman leave Mania champ? Yes, 100%. Undeniable.
Yeah, Brock Lesnar will return at WrestleMania 42. It's like, the Doomsday trailers and everything. I think we're going to end up to where we start off Monday Night Raw, the Usos as tag champs, Roman Reigns as world heavyweight champ. I think we're getting very close to another, not full bloodline, but at least a bloodletting, if that makes any sense.
The bloodline was the hottest thing for a long time. And a lot of fans out there have said, ever since the Bloodline kind of went their own way and it kind of dissipated, and the MFT stepped in and never really filled the shoes because they weren't nearly established enough to be at that level. I mean, them reuniting, and I think Taco Mark made the joke of like, did we just come out of the 7th inning stretch of the Bloodline? They're family. They're always going to be dialed in. We've seen it, throughout time where people would venture off but find ways back together. I think if they're going to run it and Roman's going to be around and it's got teeth, I'm all for it. I think it's big. Roman is undeniably huge. I don't know what to tell you.
Roman Reigns is going to go down as one of this groups because I think there's more generations and groups for Mount Rushmores in wrestling than there is in most sports. Yeah, I mean, instead of overalls, Roman's going to go down as one of the goats of this whole timeline.
Yeah, for sure. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the show has gone off the air. We are still rolling. I do appreciate everyone hanging out with us. We take a rating out of 10 for every single show. Get in the chat. Give us your rating. If you want to add why you liked it or why you didn't like it, let us know. Let us know, as we will click through a few, break down what happened here tonight, and then head on and get ready for NXT tomorrow night. An epic end of the show. I think this is a good show. I was highly entertained. It went fast. That last segment was like 20 plus minutes, and I was good with it.
Oh, 100%. Now, are you 7, 8, 9? Where do you fall? This can't be a 10 out of 10. Like,
no, it's not even close.
A 10 out of 10, unlike the Meltzer scores and everything, a 10 out of 10 is actually held sacred.
It's hard, especially hard for a weekly show to pull off a 10. I think I was in like the neighborhood of like 7.5 tonight, but the ending put me to an 8 because I thought
I was at an 8. I started at an 8.
I know. I could see why.
Well, you had everything with Brock. You had you had the Dom and Penta match throughout that. You had Seth involved. You had so many different threads pulled throughout the entire show. And you still ended it on a pretty solid, like, they have very much pivoted TV-wise of we're focused WrestleMania. We've got Brock starting the show. We've got Roman and Punk ending the show. That already just on the front cover and the back cover is at least, a 4? And if you just don't fuck it up in the middle, you can at least maybe get another 3 or 4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. As Damian does kick us off with the 10. So Roman Punk, he gives it bonus points for the Roman Punk thing. I get it. I don't know if we go 10 with you, but that's okay. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Welcome back, Bloodline. That's crazy. No, because I'm scared it's going to be triple threat. I don't think it's going to be a triple threat in any way, shape, or form. Like, I don't think it's going to be Punk, Jay, and Roman. That'd be crazy. No. I don't see that coming. I think they flank them. I really do.
The only person I'm interested, if, when, where, and how does he potentially show up? If you smell,
you want him? I don't want him anywhere near.
I'm not saying I want it. I'm just wondering where, if, when, and how he might show up here.
Yeah, Roman beats Punk at Mania, and The Rock, shows up again. Fuck, my God,
final boss.
8 out of 10.
Live action Moana coming soon.
That's right. He's on a promotional.
Have you seen the pictures? I'm just a smowing boy.
Boss, if I had to buy WrestleMania, I wouldn't be watching. I have it because of DirecTV, so I will watch. I guess. I mean, I think the average wrestling fan would want to see it, but that's
someone mentioned this earlier. Of not every Super Bowl is going to be amazing, but you're still always going to watch the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I put it that way. That's valid. 8 out of 10 from Richard. That's a good score from Richard. Allen, NXT tomorrow. Yes, we will be here live. 8 out of 10 from Damian. 8 out of 10 on Raw. Stop overrating this shit. Just overrate shit. What are you talking about? Like, Paul, you've been around here for a fucking minute. We ain't saying shit that we don't.
No, his rating is
7.
The rest of the show, I give it a 7 out of 10. So his overrating is what you gave it as an initial rating.
Pretty much. Yeah, I mean, again, we're not overrating shit. I mean, the stuff was good. The thing that I'm only hung up on a little bit is I don't really have a standout match in my head of like Javon was a fun match. Bailey and that's where kind of you can't get up.
Dom
Penta was pretty good. We got the obvious kind of roll up finish to get out of it, but yeah, I think overall, yeah, I'm good with it. 8 out of 10 Finn moment. Finn was good. 8 out of 10, 6.5. My guy. Sensational masterful ending. 8 out of 10, says Philip. 8 out of 10. NXT tomorrow night. Yes, it is. Boston, why the 6.5? Not fair. Yeah, well, it's so it can be different. 7 from James. $2.99 sticker from our buddy Sean. Thank you, sir. 7 out of 10, 6.5. 7. Lots of ratings coming in tonight. 6, couple sixes. Not feeling it. What didn't you get out of your wrestling show tonight? Were you bored tonight?
What didn't hit?
7 out of 10. I was in the 7 part. The ending to me was so strong, and I always get kind of jazzed about the wrestling when you hear that buzz of the crowd. When the energy's in the building and everyone's into it, it's just got such a good feel to it.
See, I was the 8 out of 10 because I really like that they bookended of that's how you had Brock and Oba, you have them kind of, and he shakes Brock off, and Brock's halfway shook.
Yeah.
And then you have a little bit of the Usos tread and thread throughout it. I hate to say I'd have to try and walk it down to a 7 or a 7.5, but I'm fine with an 8 for this. I think I feel we are on the road to WrestleMania with these weekly shows now.
Yeah.
With Raw and SmackDown, I feel like they're putting an investment to build towards WrestleMania.
For sure. And I feel like they've amped up, and that's the good news. Like, I feel like the chaos over the last 3 weeks has been way better than it was. Like, we go back to December, there wasn't nearly as much like, holy fuck, that just happened. Oh my God, they're on a score. Like, where are they? They're on a fucking platform. They're on a scaffold. They're running around. LA's in the fucking ambulance. Paul's getting stomped. Like, there's so many moving parts all through.
But is it one of those that we've said of you can't do that all the time, that you now when you were building up to the biggest time of the year, it's the most wrestling time of the year, that now is when you start dropping the attitude airy kind of stuff of LA's driving an ambulance, of we've got masked men, doing the putty patrol out there. That now is where the time calls for that.
For sure. Absolutely. It's your biggest show. 7 out of 10. Matty, how you doing down under, buddy? 7.5 out of 10. Let's go. Punk retain. We'll see. I mean, that's a tough one. Maybe the Bloodline does get the belts. Everyone has a belt by the time we leave. Oscar in the house. Welcome. The Bloodline storyline from 2020 to 2024. 24 was peak. Can they reignite the fire? That's the question, Nick.
I wish that, and I know WWE doesn't do physical media anymore, but imagine if the box set you could do for just the Bloodline storyline and everything. Right. If you had that in like a 4-disc set of here's each year through the Bloodline, it even you buy the collector's edition, it's got an Ulafala attached to it.
Yeah, do what they did for the Bullet Club. I really like that little package.
There's an actual Bullet Club box set.
Yeah.
I was unaware of this. Now you've just set me down an Amazon fucking wormhole here.
8 out of 10. Roman over The Rock. The Bloodline is the Hart Foundation as a modern era. Very much, I get the comparable for sure. Maybe more successful overall.
That's actually, well, what did you just say? Who did you say was more successful?
The Bloodline over the Hart Foundation.
Well, no, I was wondering if you thought, like, which would you say is the better group, the Bloodline or the Hart Foundation?
The Bloodline. I think they've been more successful overall at this point.
Fair.
Hart Foundation, great, but I think the length and the level they did it, and they're still going. So, I mean, slightly edge to Bloodline for sure.
Highest to highest versus lowest to lowest of Geekbox, though, with an 8 out of 10. So, well, I was saying with the highest, with the Heart Foundation and Bloodline. Anyways, but no, 8 out of 10 of, so around with me and everything like that. Of, well, you're a 7, I'm an 8. It's not too far off.
Right? 8, 9.3. The ending was great. That's
I feel like
another
the more we
9.
click through these comments, the higher Damien's ratings gotten.
I like
He
it.
went from like 5 to like 7 now.
Well, it's our savvy coverage. He's like, oh, you're right. That did happen.
Yeah.
279 sticker. I like it, buddy. Thank you, Mega. 20 from Sweets. Let's go. Good show. 8 out of 10. And if you feel like tonight's show was not a good show, I want the counters, and I don't mind. Like the idea that, you know, I didn't like it as much. That's fair. Maybe you like Wednesdays better. Maybe you like Tuesdays better. I don't know. Maybe you're hoping for something that doesn't exist. I don't know. But I mean, I'm really curious what, like, the wrestling show has you for 2.5 hours. It clips in, it goes. Most of the shit's pretty good. But at the end of the day, I mean, I think that's a good wrestling show. I don't see the
But is
problem.
it a sandwich and the bread's really good, but the filling in between ain't so great?
I don't
You
think so.
start it off with Brock Lesnar and Obafemi, and you end it with Roman Reigns and CM Punk. I'm just more of making sure the filling in between's living up to the bread that's stacking it.
Yeah, no, and I mean, I think you listed off all the things they did in the middle. So I mean, I think tonight carried. I think the middle was fine. I didn't feel like it lulled. I think a lot of things had purpose tonight. What did Nick? I don't know, Jose. I'm with you. I was guessing. We lost it.
I said words, and then that means that the show's over.
All right. Only thing I really enjoyed tonight was Finn's spot, Oba. That was cool. The last segment was better than previous ones, but I'm just not feeling it. I just don't. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. I don't know. Maybe Antique Roadshow, some 90 Day Fiance. I have no idea, bud. Maybe wrestling's just not your jam. Mania should go to London next year instead of. I mean, London we thought was going to happen anyway. 8 out of 10 from Jordan. Better than AEW. I mean, right now we're. I mean, again, to each their own. 7 out of 10, folks. Keep it. We're almost done. Mega, the ratings are personal ratings. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, it's fair, but I think that only works within a parameter. I mean, again, some people could think it was completely trash, but I mean, that's 100% understanding that that's their kind of perspective.
Yeah, different strokes for different folks and everything like that. You might bang with a song, I don't. But I think overall, tonight was a really good show. And I think it's been throughout 2026, Monday Night Raw and SmackDown have been the two heavy hitters that have been dueling out of which show's the better show.
Yeah, I think they got to keep consistent. And I mean, overall, I keep praising SmackDown for what it's done. Raw, I mean, I didn't like SmackDown last Friday. I like Raw this Friday or Monday. So a battle. They're battling back and forth. And not every week they're both going to have a banger of a show. Some weeks one's up, one's down. And again, I think if we can get some more cohesive storytelling and consistency out of Wednesday, the week is rocking.
Oh, absolutely.
8 out of 10. 11 out of 13, says Spaz. But there's flag football you can watch. That's always fun. Yeah, that
was Tom Brady and Logan Paul.
Right.
They did the flag football versus the Olympic gold medal team, which I didn't know flag football was an Olympic sport.
Is it? Wait, flag football is an Olympic sport? That's crazy.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
There, I mean, better than breakdancing.
You be respectful to what was his name? The Australian breakdancer.
Right, let's go. But folks, that's it. We were kind of at the bottom of the chat. We appreciate everyone hanging out tonight. We're back tomorrow, 7:45 for NXT. Click all the buttons. Be a part of the family. Be part of the shows. Go check our socials. All the socials. Search us. You'll find us. Wrestling for Life. And that's it. I mean, Raw's cooking. I was happy with this one. Raygun, shout out.
Yeah, exactly. Hashtag Raygun.
Right.
But we're going to host our Ray Guns, but our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is authentic. when you're talking about that rest, you put that for life with it.
Would you like butter on that, sir?
You
Come
did
back
good.
tomorrow.
That's the
See
first one.
whoa, what?
I said that's the first one.
Yeah, that was all. But good night, everybody. Come back tomorrow. See you on the flip side.